between Vero and Sebastian's going to pay for it.
That's great.
She's going to raise taxes. She's a communist, you know. And what you're doing is what the audience was doing. They were laughing.
Sure.
He was being funny.
Yeah.
He won the election, and then I guess they realized that he had signed a contract about how the campaigning was to be done. In other words, it was not supposed to be negative. If there was anything brought up controversial, she had to be in the same room so that she could defend herself, type of contract. Once it was done, his presidency was taken away from him. It became, I guess, a local attorney took the case free to defend him for his freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And it made national news. Unfortunately, Vero Beach got on national news because of that.
Every time we make national news, I feel like it's for a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not an exciting thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that a bad thing? Hey, publicity is publicity.
Yeah.
Well,
that's true.
But I thought about it when you asked me how I think about it. I think that, first off, most reasonable people that listen to that speech know it's a parody.
Yeah.
I don't know that everybody laughed.
Yeah, who says comedy is negative?
Well, it's not.
Well, the liberals now want freedom of speech for everybody except those that don't agree with them.
Well, freedom of speech has become the new battlegrounds for the left and right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What was
it's the left that's trying to keep any of the speakers coming throughout the country.
Yeah.
But they don't want the right side to be able to speak. I mean, they protest violently, and it's like, no, this is not going to last in America. That's militia.
I'll tell you what bothered me worse than that story was the story of the two kids and the sister that were in a yearbook. Mm-hmm. And one of them wore a Make America Great shirt, and the other one wore a Donald Trump for President shirt. And they were both airbrushed out of the yearbook. The shirt, the logos,
faces.
correct.
It'd
the
be
logos.
weird if they kept the face.
But then the sister was, I think, a president of the student body or something like that. She held some student body office. And her quote for the yearbook was the Donald Trump quote book that, I think big. If you're going to think at all, you might as well think big, or something like that. I'm not sure if that's the exact quote. And that also was deleted from the yearbook.
This is insane. Who do they think they are?
Well,
it's America, man. Take the commies. Get your ass out of here.
The problem with that one is that the school didn't have an issue with it. It was whoever did the yearbooks they think had the issue with it. So the school didn't have any policy. You can wear a shirt. They promote politics involvement amongst the students. So I think that's going to end up being just a third party issue where somebody said, I don't like that, so I'm going to take it out of the yearbook. That neither side that's buying the yearbook or purchasing the yearbook.
Censorship, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny that the roles have really switched on this.
Yes.
Because, the 1960s, down with censorship would be the liberal.
Right.
And now it's the Republicans. And did you hear about the Bill Maher story?
Yes.
The comedian Bill Maher.
What did he do?
He made a joke. Okay, so I watched it, and I watch Bill Maher sometimes, and he does this real time with Bill Maher. And so he's there with the senator and the guy's from Nebraska, and he says, we should have you out in the fields of Nebraska doing some work.
Right.
And the guy's being funny and laughing.
He says, I ain't your...
Fields is what Bill Maher says. Fields. I'm not a field. I'm a house...
Nigger.
N-I-G-G-E-R. Yeah, it says the N-word. Right? So everyone laughs. There's a couple, ooh, and he goes, it's a joke, and everyone laughs, and some people applauded. And then after the show, it became like time to drag out Bill Maher and beat him up a little bit.
Right.
So he's now even done the next show and did a whole apology thing, and had he actually had guests that were supposed to be on anyway that were African American that talked about it. But it was actually a funny joke. I mean,
what happens is these guys are listening to this rap music and stuff, and they're hearing it. And it's very common. Go, yo, you nigga. You're my nigga. You're my nigga boy. And they just use it. So some white guys listen to it. So he thinks he can get on TV and go, I ain't your nigga. And then all of a sudden, people get upset with him. And he's just doing what he's heard.
Yeah.
And, and first of all, it is freedom of speech. It may be wrong.
Yeah.
And then again, he did not say it maliciously. This is a guy trying to be funny, a comedian.
That's right.
Of course, I don't like him, so I'd like it if they took him off the air for it. You know?
Yeah, no, I understand.
I think he's a cocky-ass kind of guy. And
Yeah.
I heard from somebody else he's not nice. Somebody went up to him in a restaurant, and they said they're with somebody, and he says, "Oh," the lady goes, I love your show," and he turns back to her and says, "I'm eating now." Just
Yeah.
a nasty ass. He's a
I could-
nasty ass.
But we can turn the
You can tell
channel.
he's a nasty
I
ass.
mean, I don't agree with the censorship thing. I
No.
do think that, however, I do agree that there was an issue with the beheading joke with Kathy
With
Griffin
Kathy
because
Griffin,
this
that's the president.
Yeah.
well, not only is it the president, but it's an act of violence.
She
It's
should
an
be
act of-
arrested.
It's not even an act of violence; it's an act of death.
Yeah.
So that I didn't agree with.
Well,
There's
Now
too
we're
much,
now
too
we're
much.
now we're starting to go through the whole everybody's career to see what they've said, done, or is about to do, and try to take them off their pedestals.
so with the Kathy Griffin thing, I think the funniest thing to me about it, she did this thing with Trump's head. It
Yeah.
backlashed. Everyone hated it. Even liberals,
Right.
were against her for it. She lost her job with
CNN.
CNN for the New Year's thing, which is just a once a
Right.
year job and everything like that. But the funny part is then she does this press conference with a
He tries to
lawyer.
blame it on
And
Trump.
she tries. And that was what was so funny. I was like, "That is funny." The
Yeah.
head thing that wasn't funny, Kathy. But you actually trying to blame it on Trump
Well-
is hilarious.
But here's the other thing, and you have to wonder about the motive.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have remembered anything about Kathy Griffin until
This
happened.
Yeah.
So is it a resurrection of her name being thrown out there, her celebrity, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, or was it just a bad choice? Sometimes it's hard to tell with celebrity whether they, when celebrities say, "I hate everybody gathering, I want to go have dinner without anybody messing with me and without paparazzi. Oh, by the way, we'll be at Chico's at 7 o'clock having dinner," and then leave. Of course, everybody runs to Chico's at 7 o'clock to take pictures of her after she just said she didn't want it, but she announced where she was going to be. So sometimes I don't know that celebrities care if it's negative or positive
Yeah,
feedback.
Absolutely not. And I do think that's one of the distinctions between the two situations. Both of those, though, are liberals who got basically absconded for saying something. But the Kathy Lee Griffin one, she thought about it. It was premeditated, right?
Sure.
Bill Maher, he just said it off the cuff.
Right. And he is that kind of humor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And
if
he's
you
the
go
one
on Bill Maher's show and watch it and come away saying, "Oh, that offended me,"
That's kind of the point.
that is what he is. I mean, he
Yeah.
is offensive. His humor it's also anti-religious. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of Christian jokes that he tells that I cringe at.
Absolutely, me too.
I'm sure you would. You don't like him at all, but
Well, see, I wouldn't say I like him. I watch him.
I'm at the bit.
Oh, the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously not. And
Um,
I think some of the things irreligious. Is that what it's something like that? He made a documentary that
Oh,
was
yeah,
all
right.
about anti-religion.
Right.
And he lists so many things that are so easy to refute and so ridiculous that I wanted to make a documentary about how ridiculous his
about
documentary
his
is, and just
documentary.
making fun
Yeah.
of it because it's just not accurate. But I watch it and I watch his stuff because I want to know what he says, and he's consistent. And that's the one thing I
Right.
respect about him is
True.
he's got this consistent views. If the liberals do something that's not consistently liberal, he will attack them for it.
Mhm.
Even though I'm a conservative, he's a liberal. I do appreciate the consistency, and I just think as someone who says jokes in my sermons, and could very easily offend people and have people misunderstand my jokes. I guess I'm also biased to say, "Come on, man, we're making jokes
Yeah.
here. Like,
Well,
give us some room."
I watch what I post on my social media, but there are some things that are anti-Trump jokes that are hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I find them funny. I don't think I think some things cross the line,
Yeah.
but then I scroll past it. I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it, and I'll scroll past it. But I enjoy that sometimes we can make fun of ourselves,
Yeah.
and I think that's healthy. But I don't know that we don't cross the line sometimes.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of two different debates for me. One is the comedy one, which is that I laugh at myself. I think Christians should laugh at ourselves, so I don't mind when someone makes jokes about Christianity or whatever.
You know, I'm tired of having to pussyfoot around.
Yeah.
Stepping lightly on
That's
broken glass. You know, you're going to, we make fun of ourselves as Christian, you know. Always on the apology. Bull crap. First of all, the meanest, mean-spirited people I've ever met in my life have been the liberals. It's consistent. And let me tell you something. I'm the little kid. I'm the American kid from upstate New York who sold lemonade. You know, I used to sell Rightwell name labels door to door when I was 9 years of age. I was on the radio for the first time when I was 10 because Mr. Brown over at Montgomery Ward's hired me on Saturday to be on the radio live. I was the kid that took the ketchup and went all over the carpet, and then take the mustard kid. You know, I mean, I am the old American quintessential boy.
Yes, you are.
And let me tell you, and I am real, and I am real, and that's it. I am who I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, and I don't like canned spinach at all. But the thing is, let me tell you something. The meanest people I've run into, the meanest consistently, really are the people. I don't get it. It's kind of like a weird thing. It's like I think, first of all, there's more wealthy Democrats than there are Republicans, and I think a lot of the time they do all this crap because they feel guilty about the money they make. So this is the way they compensate without a cost. And they say, hey, you! I tell you what, we're not feeding the poor. So give me your money and I'll give it to them. And I'll take a stipend for doing it.
Well, statistically, you're right. Statistically, conservatives give more money to charity than liberals, even if you take out religious charities.
They have heart. And the black folk, what blinders they have in their eyes. It was the Democrats wanted to. If you're black, the Democrats wanted to keep you in bondage. Evil, baby. And now the evil deceives you, and then the evil puts you to sleep by just giving people a wee little bit. Here's a little handout, just to keep you sequestered. Now don't go getting a real job, because otherwise we'll stop the funding. We'll just let you die slowly on the vine. And you know what? They may not even be conscious of this, but it's the dark force. I am your father, Luke.
Okay, I have to point something out. That was the worst Vader noise. The actual talk was fine, but you went.
What?
It's. Yeah, like
that?
Say like Cooper, like Cooper tires. That's how it sounds. No, not
You just
Cooper.
went
There you go. There's the sound. There.
I am your father, Luke.
Now you did poopa. Not poopa.
Grey poopa.
No, but I hear your point, and listen, I who am I to say who, for instance?
Yeah, who are you? Are you a Republican? Then shut up.
Yeah, or a white guy.
We're now going to be given our token Republican moment for the morning. Okay, ready?
Do you want me to say it?
No, that was it.
Okay,
That was a moment of silence.
Okay, well,
That's what the Republicans are allowed to
That's
say.
what we're supposed to say. Okay, that makes sense. Well, and it's like the N-word thing, right? I don't like anyone saying the N-word. Now, if someone has gone through the civil rights movement and persecution where they, not just systematic racism as they claim today, but actually in your face spit on because of race, and I talked to a pastor in this community who's an African American who was spit on because he was black when he was younger. And if he wants to, he would not use the word, but if he wants to use the word, okay, he can use the word. But I don't understand the people that are just nowadays, these young, rappers or whatever, and they want to use this word like they own it. And it's like, no, that was about slavery. That was about the civil rights and persecution of the civil rights. And that was bad, and that was horrible. And those people want to change the powers, and that's good. But you have been protected by all of them. Your ancestors who have gone through these horrible things. Have respect for your ancestors and those African Americans who were ill-treated.
Okay.
And make something of the privilege that you have. Now, I'm not saying that black people are more privileged than white or anything like that. But black people are more privileged today than they ever have been in the history of the United
States. So I'm a young black kid, and I call you, yo, nigga. No, nigga. Yeah. Okay? I hate that term. Well, my brother I remember in St. Augustine, I came down for, the break from college. And my brother and I were walking down the street, my brother Scott. He'll never know.
Yeah.
But he goes, come on, dum-dum.
Mm-hmm.
and it shot through me.
Yeah.
And I did, and I never even kind of like admitted it to myself or like thought about it. I know it hurt, but I didn't go, wow, that hurts. It's just like, ooh, that did hurt. And I lived it. And then years later, I realized how much it hurt.
Yeah.
And never told him. And he just meant it like a brother does to a brother. Come on, dum-dum, let's get this done. But it went through me.
Yeah.
Well, imagine you call, stop that. Stop calling stop that snigger stuff. Stop it. 1-to-1. Stop it in the rap music. Stop it. No, it's just not right. That's like me calling you dum-dum. Hey, dum-dum. Hey, dum-dum. Hey, dum-dum. Hey, dum-dum. Hey, dum-dum. Hey, inferior. Hey, inferior. Hey, inferior.
Yeah.
No one,
And it's that with any.
No,
any
I'm going to
victory.
tell you something. I came up, I was just a poor boy, and the ranger standing there. He told me, better watch out what you put in your head, beware. Anyway, the point
I
is,
thought you were going to go with that.
I was going to go, but I changed it at the last moment
bad.
without me even knowing
Just
it.
kidding.
But anyway, I said the word ranger accident, so I went on.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That's how that happened.
Works. Yeah.
Okay, but now you made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, positive thinking. There's
Yes.
no people go, I don't need positive thinking. How come the jackasses never know this stuff? You know what I mean? I mean, like, there's no doubt that Zig Ziglar, I'll see you at the top. There's no doubt the power of positive thinking. It
Yeah.
works. There was a guy fell off the back of a ship. Did you see it on TV? He fell off the back of a ship. And, I got to tell you something. That he was found because he said he had an attitude of positive thinking. Hello, listener Lloyd. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, but now if you're a Democrat, you can say the word and get away with that,
I know. Well, listen, we got to go into the break. Lloyd, stay on the line. We'll put you on after the news, all right?
Okay, buddy.
All right, this is the mayor of the airwaves.
Well, obviously, if you're a white Democrat, you don't. Bill Maher didn't get away with it.
Hey, Lloyd,
Yeah.
call us back at 772-778-3500. I'm going to have Lloyd call us back on the 778-3500 number, and then we have to make sure all the headsets are good for after the news.
I'll call you back.
Okay, thanks, Lloyd.
Well, Pastor Demsick headset is up, and Chuck's headset is up, and your headset is up. And the middle position is down.
Okay, I am using.
Now, is this your last day here?
Yes, sir.
Now, what?
Woo!
Okay, what shows are we picking out for him to play when I'm gone? You and I need to discuss some of that. I want to know what's going on here. We're going to be gone for 3 weeks.
It's too late. They're already in the log for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. From the list that I got on this, that are keepers, I brought them over. If you want to go through the list, you're more welcome, but they're already in the log and timed out.
All right. Okay, fine. That's this week. I'm talking about the next 2 weeks.
I got 367 segments from this machine over here, keepers.
Now, are you going away for 2 weeks? How long are you gone?
I'm going to be back the 28th, but I'm dialing in from home and putting the segments in for him. That's all he has to do is make sure they run.
Well, we're going to have to do some amazing texting because I'm not going to give up the authority of what we got to go over this stuff. What's going to play and stuff.
I had to do it last week, but you kept on. Everything was more important, so now I'm at the end.
Well, that's Barbara.
And they're in
Got
the
me
log.
running around constantly.
They're in
It's
the
Barbara's fault. Who's Raymond? Raymond. Okay. Everybody quiet. Hello, this is Rhett. Hi, Connie. Okay, July 13th. Okay, that'll be fine. Thank you, Connie. Make an appointment on my calendar for July 13th, noon Ocean Grill with the people from Raymond, Rehmann.
Okay, I can create your meeting. Your event is scheduled for 12 p.m. the 13th of July, 2017.
This is Tim Womack, one of the pastors at First Presbyterian Church of Vero Beach. We would welcome you if you're looking for a church home. We have great music, we have a great congregation, lots of wonderful men and women. We are located at The Point, which is at the corner of the Royal Palms and
Do you use the N-word?
No. But I grew up in an area that it was commonplace. But I don't know. I almost don't know that it's still like that. It's almost one of those places shut out from the world, you know. Up in Delaware, it's like a little Mayberry type town. There was a black section of town, a white section of town.
It's crazy.
It was almost acceptable,
Yeah.
even amongst blacks, to not get that angry about. You know what I mean? Or at least when I was a kid, it didn't seem like they did. Where now it would be a fight.
Yeah.
But
well,
no, I don't, and I'm proud to say I never have used it at all. And I don't know that I was ever taught not to from my parent. You know, I mean, they never sat down and said. My parents never did either. But it was something I just knew was not something I should do.
I grew up first in a mainly black community, so there's no me saying that word. You know, but
Ben Kinslow. Hold on.
but I ended up getting in a lot of conversations
Call Ben
with
Kinslow.
African Americans who pointed out that nobody should be saying that word.
I agree.
Because
Calling Ben Kinklow.
they were like, and these were young African Americans, obviously. and they were saying,
Listener
"We
Lloyd
didn't
is
say that.
on the
We
phone.
weren't slaves. It was our ancestors.
Okay, hold on, folks. Ben is black. You ever hear Ben Kinslow from the 700 Club?
No.
This is the mayor of the airwaves. I was wondering if you could be on my show in about 15 minutes.
For you, I can make that happen. What are we talking about?
We're going to talk about that Bill Maher where he used the N-word, people using the N-word. What I just said made me think. I was thinking when I grew up, you know, and I didn't have a dad or anything, and I listened to Zig Ziglar, and I listened to the power of positive thinking, and the N-word has a negative connotation. I don't even think that black folks should be using it with each other because it's a put down. And so I'm going to ask you if you agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so could you call in? It's 8:31. We're coming out of news 8:35. At about 8:45, could you call in?
Okay, can I just dial this number back?
Oh, no. Dial 77. The hot number is 77.
Wait. Get a pen or something to write this down. Rhett. Oh, boy. Hold on just a second.
Okay. Have you ever met Ben or talked to him before?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you'll fall in love with this guy.
Cool.
This is the real McCoy.
Yeah. Cool.
He was the co-host. Okay, 772 778 3500. 772 778 3500. And I have Chuck Cannon, who's a local restaurant owner, and he comes in and co-hosts on Monday. And I also have Pastor Richard Demsick. He's a young 30-year-old pastor who you would really love. I mean, this guy's he's very sharp, smart, and has a great heart and a real heart for what the Lord would be pleased with. You know what I mean?
772-778-3500.
Yes, Mr. Kinslow.
You have the power.
And you want me to call in?
About 8:45, 8:46.
Okay, can do.
If you get a busy signal, just try again, okay?
Sure will.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, bye-bye. He hated white people.
Oh, really?
Hated them. I mean, he was Black Panther and everything.
Oh, wow.
And he was driving in his car. And he said, 1 minute I didn't know Jesus. He said, the next minute I did. And I was colorblind. Whole life radically changed. An amazing born-again epiphany experience. Ends up being the co-host for the 700 Club with Pat Robertson. Remember him?
Yeah.
This is Pat Robertson. I believe there's a man in a radio studio right now. And he's got the cloth on. God's going to bless him abundantly, more than he could think or hope for. Overrunning shall men heap onto your bosom.
All he has to do is donate.
No, there's no provision
Just
like
kidding.
that.
Just kidding. So When are you taking off?
Wednesday. Did anybody say anything to you about my share on Sunday?
Yeah, people said it was really good. Everybody said it was
You're
really
just
good.
making this
No,
up, man.
no,
Did
I
actually,
didn't-
somebody
I-
actually said it?
More
I
than
totally
one,
forgot to
multiple
say
people.
about how I ended up having the radio show. I couldn't believe it. Your brother came up to me recently after this. Said, wow, that was really good. And he said, that's I got money for a missionary trip. I went, oh, geez, I forgot to talk about the missionary trip to Haiti.
See, it's funny that you like doubted whether people actually said something nice, and my brother actually said something nice to you about
Yes,
it.
yes, I know.
So you knew that people thought it was good. It was great. I thought the Sunday was great all around. Everything went really well. I know you missed the sermon, but
I left.
yeah, but you had to. That's
I
fine.
went down for this stupid party, my friend, and I
Your
love
open
it.
is up with Life of Chuck
He
next.
flew me
Put on your
he flew
headsets,
me in
please.
years ago to sing my positive thinking songs for the Caldwell Banker, right? Anyway, I ended up coming down. They hired me multiple times. I became friends with him and his family, So two of us.
I don't hear anything in the...
Now watch me in case my headset needs to be louder, or if I point to you, it means turn the phone up, or we may just be fine.
Oh,
But
that's
to
right.
definitely make sure that the middle mic is off. Orange mic off, 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 off. Make sure the orange mic is off. Thank you very much. Do you know that the fella behind the glass right now, you worked for ABC Sports, or
Oh, I
CBS
think
or
you mentioned
NBC, or
that, yeah.
one of those, a big shot.
Yeah.
You did the Olympics, Phil.
Yeah.
That's right.
I asked him what sport he was in.
Oh, you what? Hold on. Put that in. Plug in your phone. Oh, you got him on. Make my mic hot now, please. Louder. Well, I could,
Thanks.
didn't
I
want
could listen to
you
that all day.
The song or him making noises?
Both.
Ladies and gentlemen, live in the studio today, we have the American Life of Chuck. A round of applause for Chuck Cannon, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Turn my mic up just a little bit. All right.
Okay, calm down.
All right.
Calm down.
All right.
All right.
So it's good to have
We do
Richard.
love him.
Richard Demsick is here also, Pastor Richard Demsick, and
I
it's
feel
always
it.
good whenever I see your smiling face. Anyway, so it's good
Thank
to see
you.
your smiling
It's good to
face.
see your smile.
It's nice to have. It's nice to have a
Let me know
young.
when it arrives.
It's nice to have a youngster in here, isn't it, Chuck? And especially one that's so affable, friendly, and intelligent, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm not speaking of you, Chuck.
No,
I'm
well, I
speaking
was
of-
I was sorting out who you were talking about. But
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, but really, the reason you
Yeah,
like me is
yeah.
just because I know Bob Dylan.
I wish you knew. I wish you knew Bob Dylan.
Well, I wish I knew him personally. Yeah.
Listen, listener Lloyd is on. He listens up in Gainesville on WAXE on iHeartRadio. How you doing this morning, listener Lloyd?
I'm doing great as always. I enjoy your show. Listen to it almost every day, and love to hear the pastor's knowledge which he brings to your show.
Thank you.
Every time I listen to Chuck on there, I've got to drive. We'll drive through just to eat CJ Cannon's.
oh,
Well, I
thank
tell you,
you.
if you do, it'd be my treat. You come on down here from Gainesville, and we'll have a party together.
Well, my wife and I plan on doing it this year, though. It could always be worse. This has been the worst year of our life.
Why?
And I don't want to get into it. Your show is so uplifting. In fact, I don't want to call you the mayor of the airways. I want to call you the doctor of the airways. because
Wow.
The judges do approve of that new title, the Doctor of the Airways. Yes.
Dr. Palmer.
Yeah.
Seriously, you hear so much negativity out there, and
Yeah.
you were sitting there talking about, using the N-word. Where Spelman College is in Atlanta, it's an all-female black college. My brother-in-law taught there for years, and I spent my summers at Spelman College. And actually met Martin Luther King back
Wow.
in the 60s.
Oh man,
Oh, awesome.
you met
Very honored.
you met Martin Luther King. Wow. I mean, well, hold on. We got to stop this moment in time. I met his. I went to Africa with his widow, Coretta Scott King, to Zimbabwe years ago. But you got to meet him. You got to meet the man. He's one of the greatest men that ever lived.
Yeah, definitely.
When he was in your presence,
That's just because you talk like this, they think everybody talks like that is, don't like black people or something there.
But, it's just like, Bill Maher said that on TV, and if a Republican or a conservative had said that, he'd be off the air.
That's probably true.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Two set of rules here,
I was surprised that even he didn't get away with it as much as he did.
Yeah. I'm surprised anybody said anything.
Yeah.
He's still on the air. I mean,
That's true.
You have people that say things which are just so stupid. I'm always amazed at people in high power, politicians especially, that let their guard down. I mean, I would never, especially like in your position, Dr. Palmer, I would never be alone with a female, ever.
No.
Because she could always say,
Yep.
Rhett Palmer,
That's it. I do not ride in cars alone with females I don't know. Nope.
Well, not only that, Barbara would kill you, but
Well.
you really and truly, you have to be so careful nowadays because someone says something. It's like the pastor. The pastor there. When you go to counseling, that's a big part of their job is counseling their flock.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful. You got to leave that door open. Make sure your secretary is there or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Because someone, might accuse you, and then you can't live in.
Well, it's too bad. It's too bad. Look. It's too bad we have to all walk on broken glass. Now, that being said, we all know. Now, I'm presuming you guys are like me because we're all sort of friendly. I think we're on the same page with the Lord. I don't like, have you ever had a male friend, tell a misogynistic joke, and they and it puts down women? I don't laugh. I don't like that stuff, and I don't like coarse. I don't like infantile genitalia humor. I think it's for imbeciles. When comedians come to town and they start all this swearing, I know they're certainly not using their intellect. And I'm walking out of the place. I don't want it going into my soul or my spirit. Now, would you all agree that you don't like that? Do you like that stuff, Chuck?
It's such a weird question because I find different things funny at different times, and I find extreme humor funny.
So this is a yes, by the
So
way.
my
This is a yes. Okay,
Yes,
so all right,
he
Chuck.
does.
Chuck.
It's not that black and white.
Yeah,
It's,
right. Is that a race joke?
It would be like saying, "Do you think violence is funny?" No, I don't think violence
But
is
with
funny.
the Three Stooges, you
But
do.
if Shemp gets hit in the head with a pipe wrench, I'm laughing. So it's not a black and white type of question that I can answer.
I think we have one potential politician in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Chuck.
political answer.
Vote for Chuck. So go ahead, Lloyd.
Well, it's like Ron White, who was on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Yeah.
He does his show two different ways. He does it with vulgarity and one without. The one without is much more funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of comedians that do that.
You don't have to use all those words to be funny. A lot of people can just make an expression on their face and you'll laugh out loud.
Well, the last we had a film festival here in Vero Beach, which I was not able to attend this weekend. But last film festival I attended was up in Nantucket, and Jerry Seinfeld flew in along with that guy that has the martini, the guy just White, right? Ron White, whatever, and a few others, and they were on stage, but it was a little intimate setting, and we were all talking about the dark side of humor.
Yeah.
Now, one thing about Jerry, now I've seen Jerry 3 times live and in person, okay? I've been in the midst of him. He never swears. He doesn't tell genitalia jokes. He's an intelligent man.
Yeah.
We don't need it. Look at even what's his name? George Carlin. You park in the driveway. Why do we park in the driveway and drive on the parkway? And the guy's brilliant. He didn't have to use genitalia humor. I mean, toilet humor.
Yeah.
It's just not necessary.
Well,
It's
but
too
you
bad
know,
about Bill Cosby.
Shock value.
But you
Every
know,
time I think about this, I think about Bill Cosby because he was so good
Oh, I
at telling
admired
such
him.
clean jokes and it's storytelling, and he was so funny. And
Yeah.
But how do
now-
you even define what's funny? I mean, if different things are like Lloyd was just saying.
well,
sometimes
I think you're funny.
sometimes an expression on somebody's face will make you laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Cannon.
somebody falling down the stairs in a
Cannon!
comedy movie.
Cannon!
you'll laugh at.
Hey, Cannon!
Sometimes
You listen to me, Cannon.
Sometimes things are funny, and I know people that do not think Jerry Seinfeld's funny at all.
the best.
So I mean, how can
Hey,
you
listen,
define comedy?
If you want to make Chuck laugh,
Yeah.
what we need to do is scowl at him, like both
Okay.
look at him like and shake your head.
See, that was funny
And you have
10
to do it
minutes ago,
sincerely.
but you're
But if you
still
do it-
living in the
if you
past.
do it
He's
sincerely.
smiling.
You're
a
living
little
in the
bit,
past,
though.
Palmer.
The joke is coming out. Oh, there it is. You got the laugh.
But of everybody that's in the studio, and on even Lloyd,
Mm-hmm.
Chuck would make the greatest cartoon character. Can't you see the American life of Chuck? I really can.
Wait,
I
he's
can-
not a cartoon character?
Yeah,
I
I
thought
thought
he
he
was
was too.
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's the one guy I know that's like a cartoon character. They could do it.
Yeah. But Buzz Aldrin actually was the guy who gave the best definition of comedy that I've ever heard. Very
What?
simple. He says of something that's real and absurd mixed together, basically.
Well, you know what? The best definition I heard was from the lady who sits right in your seat most days. She's off in Vermont, and that's Beverly. And she said, humor is tragedy plus time.
Yeah, I heard her say that. Yeah.
And that's a remarkable
But have
thing.
you never laughed at something that doesn't even make sense and why it made you laugh? I mean, how do you define funny? How do you
That's why
define?
I go with Buzz
Yeah.
Aldrin.
Right, exactly.
You know, he's an astronaut, by the way, not a comedian, but, you know, he said the real and the surreal.
All right, now listen, I want to tell our engineers, look, Ben Kinchlow, former co-host of the 700 Club, will be calling in. Is he on the line? Have him join. Can he join us with Lloyd? Lloyd, did you ever watch the 700 Club with Ben Kinchlow?
We watch that almost every day.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's not on anymore, but he was on for years, and he's a dear friend of mine. And are we going to try to put the two of them on together? We can do that? Hold on. Well, it may not be necessary. Hold on. Ben? Hey, Ben, how are you? Hey, that's my line, man. So we've got Lloyd. Lloyd is a listener up in Gainesville, Florida, and he's on the line. And so we're able to put two phone calls together at once. We also have Chuck in here, and we have Pastor Demsick. And Ben is, of course, you were the former co-host of the 700 Club for many years. And you also have authored many books. Name some of your books, Ben, if you would, please.
I wrote Plain Bread. You don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm coming up with one now called Is Your God Too Small?
And Plain Bread, I remember reading Plain Bread when I was a youngster. And, well, not a youngster, I'm not that much less old than you. You know, when I was younger, okay.
When he was 5 years old, he was reading that book.
And in that book, you know, you were brought up, Ben, with when they had fountains in Miami that said colored only.
They weren't just in Miami, they were all over the southern United States. I grew up in Texas and we had them there.
Oh yeah, I've been to Texas when I was a boy, and so you said you experienced, of course, waves, feelings of inferiority back then, which of course makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah, you know, when people insist on telling you the reason you can't do something is because you can't compete. For example, they told us the reason we couldn't go to the white high school was because we were intellectually inferior. So we could only go to those schools where we could keep up. And we're not capable of keeping up with the white kids, so we can't take you to the white schools. That's what they told us.
Yeah, you know, and I've realized later in life, people poo-hoo these motivational speakers. And I know some of them just do it for filthy lucre, but I've got to tell you something. Zig Ziglar changed my life. I was painfully shy until I was 20. The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Reverend Vincent Peale, changed my life. There's no doubt that input is output. So we're talking about the N-word today, nigger. And the fact that this guy, what's his name? Bill Maher, who I don't watch, brought that up the other day, and everybody's talking about it. Well, personally, Ben, I don't even want to hear it in songs. The reason he heard it, he's this white guy, this liberal white guy. I'm sure he's listening to rap music and stuff, and he's picking that up, and so he's not thinking twice because he listens to it so much that all these other guys are saying it, so he can say it. Wouldn't you agree with me, Ben, that even black people should? That's like me. When I was younger, I was in St. Augustine and I was on vacation, and my older brother, turned to me and said, "Come on, let's get going, dum-dum." Now, I never told him, and I never realized how much it hurt, but here I am 30 years later, 40 years later, still talking about it. You know, words have fruition. What do you think, Ben?
Absolutely. You know, we need to be very careful what we say. If you go back and look at the Bible talks about the fact that the universe was created by words. So we create conditions by the words we use. You don't believe that? Go home and tell your wife, you know, she doesn't look good today.
Yeah, well, and talking about the power of positive thinking, I know we've all heard the expression, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah, true.
So extremely powerful. In fact, Jesus referred to as the Word of God. In other words, we have to be very careful what we say and how we say what we say. For example, use the term nigger. If you listen to a lot of the rap music, you listen to a lot of the rappers, the modern black rappers, they use that term all the time. They use it among themselves, and they don't. None of them get insulted about the fact that that's used. And by the way, let me just tell you, when I was a young man, I had an experience that stuck with me all my life. I used to, because back in the day, we had to work for a living. There wasn't nobody getting welfare, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day, so if you didn't work, you didn't eat. So I was working at a golf course, and after doing some caddying and chasing golf ball stuff, I was driving my bike on the way home, and somebody yelled a word at me. So when I got home, I sat down at the dinner table and had a sandwich, and I was eating. And between bites, I said to Mama, what's a nigger? And she said, she didn't do anything. She didn't stop ironing. She just stopped and said, why? Now, here was very important. Mom could have reacted in a couple of ways. If she had stopped and started crying, somebody called my baby nigger. And I don't know. Every time I hear that word, feel sorry for yourself. So it's a thing of pity. Or she could have said, what? Who said that? Come on, we're going to see about this. And I don't know. Call me that. And you got a fight on your hands. But Mama took a different thing. She was a teacher. Why? I said, because somebody called me that on the way home. And she said, well, do you know what that means? I said, no, ma'am. She said, what do we do when we don't know what something means? We go and look it up in the dictionary. So I finished my sandwich, and I got up, and I went and looked up the dictionary, and it says that that was a contentious term used to refer to a person of any racial or ethnic origin regarded as contemptible, inferior, ignorant, etc. So I came back and sat down and started on my sandwich again. She said, well, I said, that ain't me.
That's good.
Yeah, love it. Love it.
That's good. That ain't me.
Said, what did you say? And I said, oh, that isn't who I am.
The teacher.
Yeah,
I got it right. But anyway,
that's right.
hey, you know what something means, you can't bother.
Yeah.
I know what that word means, and it has no effect on me whatsoever. So people use it for anything. You listen to rock, to these hip hoppers, they use it among themselves. They aren't inferior, they don't get upset. So
Listen, I was wondering if you also. I just came into my head. Maybe you want to contact. I don't. You're still in touch with Pat Robertson, the 700 Club, right?
oh yeah.
Okay. There's a youngster down here. I don't know. He's 17, 18 years of age. He made national news yesterday. He was on Fox News. And Chuck, would you explain to Ben Kinchlow exactly what went down in a concise manner?
Well, yeah, if you watched Fox News yesterday, he was on there representing what he had done, which was to give a speech which sounded like a parody of a Donald Trump speech in his high school runoff for school president or class, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you heard about it, Ben?
yeah.
Oh, you've heard about it already. Boy, you keep up with everything, man. So,
Sometimes I'm going to get a call from somebody like you, so I have to be on top of it.
All for you, Rhett.
well, I was thinking this is something that Pat or his producers would probably want to pick up right on and put him on the air or something. You know what I mean? Because we need to milk this for all it's worth. I mean, so if you're conservative, you don't have freedom of speech, I guess, Ben.
Not in today's society, brother. That has been happening over the last several years, that conservatives do not have the right to speak out publicly unless they are saying those things that are acceptable to the liberal-oriented press.
Now,
well,
Ben, do you
I
think...
wanted to ask Lloyd. Lloyd, do you have anything you'd like to ask Ben?
No, I just really and truly, it's a pleasure just let him be on your program, and God bless you, and keep up your good work. And you can tell from talking to him the way his mother raised him. He was raised right.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of these families are missing nowadays.
Yes.
They're not raised. These kids that are in college now, we're paying $40,000 a year for them to go to school. The way they have a lack of respect
Well, it's not just that. It's confidence because, I mean, just to be completely candid, naked on the air. I was in Nashville. I was almost signed to Liberty Records. I met another guy up there. His name is Garth Brooks. And I now know why Garth was successful and I wasn't. And I believe it's by the hand of God. But he had a good, solid family upbringing. So he could handle the fame and fortune that was allotted him. And he's a good guy that gives back. I didn't have that. I couldn't have handled that adulation. I realized that later on in life, and God made a wise choice by saying, no, I'm saying no to this one for you. Even though I won first place vocalist in Nashville's Music City Song Festival, even though I was almost signed to Liberty Records, had the former president of U.S. Tobacco behind me. So the point is, having a solid foundation has repercussions forever and ever and ever. And how many lives have been saved by a mama's words?
Amen.
And absolutely, and I think that that's one of the things that the church is supposed to do. And that's what I love about our church is we have black, white, it doesn't matter. We're all family, brothers together. And I think that some of these things like the N-word and the power of it, of who owns it, who doesn't, ends up being a dividing wall from people being brothers and family together.
True. Listen, we got to take a commercial break. Can you stay on the line with us, Ben?
Absolutely. This is a call collect,
Smart man.
Dr. Palmer, I'm going to be listening to you on the radio. And
Okay.
you have a blessed day, and all of you. I'll be listening to you on the radio in Gainesville.
Thank you, Lloyd. Okay, we're going to take a little break, ladies and gentlemen. Today's broadcast brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce.
That's right. Non-stop commercial
Yeah, I like Ben.
service has begun.
Oh, he's great.
Vero Beach, Florida, direct into
When we get into
Carolina.
the news, this becomes clear of any noise. So if you want to speak to him, you could. He is wonderful.
For more information, log on to
Yeah.
www.verobeach.air.com.
And I love what his mom said.
It's time to
You know,
escape
it's a good way to handle it.
non-stop commercial jet service to
If I want to guarantee my way into heaven, I'd hold Ben's hand and just hold on.
Yeah. There's a funny story about that from a TED Talk, actually, where it was actually a guy who ended up not believing in God at all.
Yeah.
But he was talking about when he thought it was going to be the rapture. So he was like hanging on to his mom because he was sure she was going to go. It was cute.
VNA caregivers are insured and undergo background screenings to preserve the safety of your loved one. With the VNA's private care services, your loved one
Edward Nazaro. Okay, a king had a male servant who, in all circumstances. Oh, this is long.
We all have that moment of clarity when we realize we have
Right.
got to clear out the garage or attic, or finally start that bit of remodeling. Well, the Habitat Home Center Restore can help with that. You can donate your unwanted but still useful stuff. Just bring it to us, or we'll come and pick it up. When you're shopping for other stuff, be sure to check out the Home Center Restore first. You might just find the perfect sofa or perhaps some lovely cabinetry.
Mr. B? I have the CEO of Hibiscus to come in and record a 30-second ad at noon. That's good, right? Okay.
That's good, because I'm leaving at 12:30, so that's good.
Okay, thank you.
Provide simple, decent homes for families in need, right here in Indian River County. For your convenience, we're now open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're on US 1 in Vero Beach, just north of 45th Street East Side, or call 257-0222. Habitat Home Center is a not-for-profit.
Somebody owes you money. Somebody owes your business. Seriously, you've earned it. Collect it. Call Milliken and Michaels because they'll get it done for your family.
Oh, you're Milliken and Michaels?
No.
What?
Milliken and Michaels, you hear them advertise their collection agency in town. Sweetest little girl. Her mom and dad owned it. Her dad was in 17 years of being clean. Hung himself a week and a half ago.
Oh, no.
This stuff that goes on, man.
That's horrible.
It is. I happened to be somewhere the other day, and she was sitting one seat over from me, and somebody said, and I'd spoken to her on the phone. I never met her face to face. She's a young-looking person too.
Yeah.
I mean, and they said, well, she hasn't taken a drink or anything. She's in recovery herself.
Oh, praise the Lord.
I mean, but
That's tough.
hung himself. Why? First of all, it takes guts to do that, doesn't it? I mean,
Well,
how do you do
There's a
that?
million different reasons that in that moment you make a decision. You know, usually it's a momentary decision more than anything. That's what confuses people when it happens. because sometimes they'll have just been talking to the person and the person have been fine, and then thinking, well, maybe there's something going on underneath. Maybe not. Maybe just in that moment of depression, the thought occurred and they just did it. You know? What did they say? It's a final solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah. What I don't understand is, though, I don't know. I like living so much as depressed as I can't understand it, though.
Oh yeah, me too.
Has there ever been? Oh yeah, there was a time in your life. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I almost thought, boy, if I had the guts to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on my way to do it when I was stopped, by my brother. So.
But you were?
Yeah, I was
Really?
on my way to. It was a long time ago. I was very young.
Which brother picked you up in his car?
John Peter, the keyboard guy.
Oh, the keyboard guy.
Yeah.
Is he the older one?
He's the oldest, yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
I thought the other one was older.
Yeah, no, John Peter's the oldest. I mean, they're only 2 years apart.
Oh, okay. Because the other one seems more like your steady, regular, all-American, solid guy.
Sure, but John Peter's just passionate. I mean, he's passion-driven, so.
He's the keyboard player.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's all passion, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other one is, too.
Oh, he is, but I
Because
mean,
he's the first one that came up, got up out of his seat yesterday, came over to me, and said, that was really good,
Yeah.
And he's done that another time, He's very
he's just more of a.
demonstrative.
He's solid,
Solid.
I mean, not that John
But if he
Peter
says
isn't solid,
something,
but
well, I would think, just because he's a musician, and I'm a musician, that your other brother, who's the musician?
they're both
What's his name?
John Peter.
We got to get
Robert.
this straight. So Robert is
I
the
know
one
which
that
one's
came-
which.
Robert came up to me and spoke to me afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
don't-
John Peter plays the piano.
Yeah.
So I remember John Peter for piano, P and P.
There you go.
Okay, John Peter for piano,
Yeah.
and then the other one is Robert.
There's a funny story to help you remember John Peter's name.
Yeah.
If you're trying to. When we first told my grandpa about John Peter's name, he said, "You named him after a toilet and a willy."
Oh, jeez.
And John Peter.
Oh. Is Benjamin still on the line? I just picked up the phone, and all I got was a dial tone.
He's calling back in.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Some people just use the Pope, though, John Paul.
Okay, listen. I don't want to see. I don't know where to go. You guys got an idea where we're going to go with this whole thing now? When Ben gets back,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about with.
do you want to hear his
Yeah.
story about how he hated white people?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Have you ever been on when he was on with me?
I don't even remember, but
Okay.
it sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
I don't want to have it be the conversation with Ben because it's not related, but I do want to talk about this
What?
trash thing that they're all of a sudden putting up in the middle of Oslo, right next to the park, where they just did a rec center. 'Cause I think
We'll
it's
do that at
ridiculous.
10.
Okay. Yeah.
We don't want to talk trash when Chuck is here.
He's back on the line.
All right.
Hello, Benjamin. How are you,
You know,
Benjamin?
I watched Get Out again last night because my
Yeah.
wife hadn't seen it. If
Never
you watch
in the
it
course
on
of history
Netflix or
has
wherever
so
we watch
few
Amazon,
done so
they
much
had the
for so
alternative
many.
ending. Did you know there was an? Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
The
How was
alternative
your
ending,
life?
which was much better,
Yeah.
was about the cops coming at the end when this whole bloodbath of killing the shotgun. Remember the ending?
Yeah.
Not his friend. His friend in the original ending came. They drove away, and that was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
In the original ending, the cops came and arrested him
Yeah.
Makes
because
sense.
all that
yeah,
looked
we
like
had,
happened was he
I don't
shot
know if you ever
everybody,
met Dave
got the
Olson
house
from
on
our family,
fire,
but
and
he started
it
his
was
real estate.
a
He used to be
6
in the
month
car
later
business. He
scene
started his real estate
where
firm
he's
when
in
he was
prison
80.
in his orange
He
outfit,
just turned
and his friend,
91.
the TSA
And he has
guy,
such clarity of
was
mind.
talking
Well,
to him
yeah,
through the
because
glass.
he works, and he
saying,
anytime I
and
think like
the head character, I
I'm
can't remember his name.
I'm whining,
said,
going.
"At
Well,
least
I don't
I'm
work for
free
the
now
government,
because
so I
remember
don't
he
have
left
a
his mother
retirement.
dying,
I got to
he
keep
could've
working. I'll
saved his
probably
mom
be
when
working
instead
until
he
I'm
watched
80.
TV.
And then I
You
think of
remember-
him, and I
remember
think,
how
well,
long ago he saw it?
maybe
Yeah.
it's a blessing in disguise that I have
And
to work.
the
you
ending
know?
scene was him saying, "I feel like I'm free now anyway,"
I
and
know.
then the guard lifts him up, and they're just walking back to his cell, and that was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Basically,
So I'm
he
heading
went
up
through
to.
all this,
Of course, it's very hot and
and
humid down here.
ended up getting arrested
And I'm
for it,
excited
and
because
spending
on
his life
Wednesday
in
we're
prison
flying
as
up
a
to Vermont.
mass murderer.
Yeah.
And
The
then
director
from
thought
Vermont
that
up to Maine, it's been a couple of weeks.
was
So I always
too
love to get
negative of
away
an
and into
image
the cool weather up north.
for the fact that he was, because it was really basically a racial type movie when you think
Yeah,
about it.
I mean, it would have made it more of a statement.
It was
you know?
more of a realistic ending.
Yeah.
But they said that it was
Well, you
too
know,
easy
when
to
I
make
lived in
the
New York
black guy
State,
go to jail
and
for
we had to
killing.
bring in,
And
you
he
know,
said
hey,
it was too,
there's a group of
he wanted the
salespeople.
guy to try to strangle the
We're
girl.
bringing in this
Then he
guy. He's a
stopped.
big shot.
Had
Yeah, where's he
an
from?
epiphany
Well, we're
that
bringing
he
him
wasn't
in
gonna
from
kill
Florida,
this girl.
coming all the way up
She
here,
died
thousands of miles.
anyway.
Wow, he's
His
coming in
friend
from
picks him
Florida.
up,
He
and
must
then
be a
they
super
make some
duper
sort of
expert.
joke about
Now
it,
you're
told him
down
not
in
to go to the
Florida.
house
They
or
said,
something
we're
like
bringing
that.
in a guy from New York.
And they drive away and live happily ever after. Which
Remember,
was
an
actually
expert always comes
a
from
good
500
movie,
miles or more. All right,
and
the
then
ads are
ending
playing.
was
I'm going to
too
hang up.
quick,
I'll see you in a minute,
the
right?
original, and then
Yeah.
the ending that they put. The other ending, my wife was saying, "Wow, that was powerful when you
Yeah.
think about it."
Yeah.
But he thought it was too negative, so he changed it.
Interesting. Even horror movies usually can get away with having more negative endings.
Yeah.
So I'm a little surprised by that.
And it was kind of an independent type movie anyway. It wasn't like a big budgeted movie.
Yeah.
So he could have been more. I think he went all the way through it, and then became politically correct at the end. That's what I thought. It seemed like happened.
Yeah.
Because he narrated the endings, both of them, the director
Yeah.
and writer. He was a writer-director. And he said, "Yeah, I got to thinking about it, and I'm thinking, well, this is too realistic that he's just going to go to jail, and we couldn't prove it, you know." I don't know. When it was all done, I felt more for the guy with him going to prison, because he'd gone through hell
Yeah.
and survived all this stuff, and
Yeah.
then ended up being blamed for it all.
Yeah.
I thought that was but the movie did well on its own anyway. So
Yeah. No, it's still a good
I didn't need
movie.
it, yeah.
These glasses. My eyes are going worse.
I enjoyed it more the second time, to tell you the truth,
Yeah.
because I got to understand it better.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I got to.
It made so much sense when you find out the twist.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like, well, what's going on
Right.
here? There's
The
something.
bingo
odd.
game meant nothing to me the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Then when I got it. Then the second time I watched the bingo game, I was watching their faces and
Yeah.
who was actually bidding and what they were doing. And I thought, wow, this was more than I got out of it the first time. You know?
And the whole behavior of the servants
Yes.
in this, like it was like that was odd, you know,
Yeah,
and like
but
you're
that's
like,
all it was
What's
odd.
going on?
Yeah.
And then when you find out, you go, oh, that makes so sense. They did act like that, you
Right.
know? So
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You're in the open. Life of Chuck and the Pledge are next.
There he is. Yeah. And this is the mayor of the airwaves. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? We have Ben Kinchlow on the line. How are you doing, Benjamin?
Well, I'm just now sitting down because you had the press release. I had to jump up and end up putting my head on my heart there, man. Just warn me about this.
Now, Ben, you know no liar shall enter the kingdom of God.
I had my head on my heart.
there you go.
You were standing up in your heart. All right, we also have Chuck Cannon in the studio this morning.
Morning.
Of course, we have Richard Demsick, Pastor Richard Demsick. And by the way, you can hear us nationally on iHeartRadio at WAXE, also on Facebook. We are live. Ben is the former co-host of the 700 Club, and we called him this morning because we were talking about the N-word, and Benjamin was reared as a black young man in Texas, right? Texas.
No,
and of course now he's white now.
Oh, I was gonna make that joke. You took
What?
it right
I
out of
took
me.
it
I was
out.
about to say, now as an adult, what race are you, Ben? Because you were raised as a black.
Actually,
You know, there's only, believe it or not, there's really only one race.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the human race.
yeah,
Mm.
I know, and I'm losing it.
No, sir, you're saying one of the leaders is saying
Uh-oh.
one race among human beings. That's human beings. All the rest of this stuff is simply a title that we ascribe to people.
Yeah.
They make no sense at all.
No, they don't. You know, man, the things that man holds in high esteem are of little regard to our Father in heaven, right, Ben?
They are. And we need to understand, so when we talk about this, we're not talking about religion. Because religion is man's idea of how to please his concept of God.
Mm.
Want to know what somebody's concept of God is like? Look at his religion. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about the transcendent principles on which all of Western civilization is based. Those biblical principles, not living principles, but biblical principles that apply to everyone equally when they're applied properly.
Now, do you see diversity as something? I kind of feel like it's one of two things. It's either the let's all meld together and not talk about our difference, or let's all appreciate our differences and learn about each other's unique cultures. Which one do you subscribe to, if either?
Well, you know, one of the first things that my mama taught me back long ago was look up the word. When somebody uses the word, you don't know what it means.
Mm.
You'll find out what it means. So when somebody uses a word, what do they mean? So when you talk about diversity, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. There's
Well,
diversity of thought, diversity
culture,
of culture.
and,
You know, but specifically, I'm talking about different cultures. You know, you were mentioning we're all one race. We are. We also are different ethnicities and come from different cultural backgrounds. Some people might, you know, have their ancestors from Sweden, others from Kenya, others from China, and they all going to have different perspectives on life because of it.
Exactly right, but it has to do with their race.
No.
What they've been taught coming up. Because I know black people that have been taught one way, white people have been taught another way, and Mexican people have been taught another way, and it all has to do with what they were taught, what the principles that they hold to be true in their lives. And when you have people who are taught the same thing the same way, overwhelmingly those same people think almost identically and try to do exactly the same thing. We were taught, when I was a kid, we were taught that it had nothing to do with our race, but it's whether or not we applied our intellectual power
Mhm.
to be what we could be in this country. And you can see what happened to us. It works.
Yeah, I can tell you that with my dad, it's always funny because my dad grew up in Detroit. He was the only white kid at his school, pretty much. And then he spent a lot of time in Harlem. That's where he lived for a while. And so, to this day, you see him have like an African-American family walk into the church. And he gets excited and he goes, hey, and everything. Because for him, it's like, this is what I'm comfortable with. This is my comfort zone of the people that I was raised with.
Well, it's kind of like me. I've been to Haiti and Africa. So when I meet anybody from Africa, we immediately have a connection. I've been on their soil. I've planted seed on their soil.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Zimbabwe there. There is something happens when you grow up with somebody, or you do a missionary trip and you invested just forever. You're like, there's a connection.
But what's so funny to me is you see that the African American family, and they're looking at this white guy really way too happy to see them. And they're like, what is going on here? Because they just see him as a stranger.
Hey, who's this dude?
Yeah.
He wants some money. Now, I want to talk about Benjamin. Benjamin, you, as a person of color, you grew up having to go to not soda fountains, what do you call it? Fountains, water fountains. And they were colored only and stuff. Now, you grew up, and you told me one time that you actually hated white people.
Well, yes, I got into the point to where I got infatuated with the teachings of Malcolm X and the Black Movement. And of course, I was already upset about the fact that I was being discriminated against purely on a racial basis. So I started listening to what they were talking about, and I actually became a victim or a prey to their propaganda to the point to where I started to literally hate white people simply because they were white. It wasn't the matter whether they treated me. The fact is, I hated them strictly and simply because they were white.
Well, Malcolm X plainly stated that he thought the white man was a devil. And when you see what the things that have gone down in history, you kind of go, gosh, is that... I mean, he had me thinking twice about myself, you know?
Now, isn't it true, though, that Malcolm X did kind of change that a little bit at the end of his life?
Yes, he got to the point, he went over to the Middle East, he got converted to true Islam and not that black Muslim stuff we were talking about. So when he came back, he did have a slightly different perspective in terms of racial.
What was that? How did it change?
Well, you know, he came back, and when he got over there, he found that the Muslims would accept anybody who converted to Islam, whether you were white or black. It didn't matter as long as you practiced true Islam. And so when he saw that, he came back to America and he started, you know, saying, "Hey, here's the real truth. You need to become converted to Islam." And so he had to accept white that accepted Islam as well as black.
All right, now you're growing in your vindictiveness towards white people, which I can certainly understand. I don't know how some people can get over that. I mean, I saw Oprah the other day, and we were talking about that Marr guy, and how she said, well, really, she said white folks don't have the right to use it as a black person does, because the last word that some black people heard before they were hung was nigger. And it's a terrifying word. But I also believe that black people shouldn't use it. These kids in rap music, it's like saying, hey, how you doing, stupid? Would you say that? Hey, how you doing, stupid Rich? How you doing, stupid Chuck? How you doing, stupid Benjamin? Hey, you stupid guys. I don't want to hear that I'm stupid. It affects you. Oh, well, we're kind of like, oh, we're underlings here. Well, anyway, Ben, continue telling your story. You hated white people. What happened?
Well, so I was in the process of getting really into how I could train young blacks so that if a white man put his hands on you, I got a degree in karate to teach these young black people. If the white man put his hands on you, it's like you could send us to the hospital. And I went back to college because I also found out that in America you couldn't get ahead unless you had an education. So I went back to college. While I was in college, I was teaching, as I said, karate, and I needed an assistant. So this young man came up one day, and he had a brown belt in judo, and he agreed to be my assistant. So long story short, he and I began talking and having lunch together one day, and so he invited me and my wife, my two kids, and my mother and father out to his house for dinner. And here was this black family, here was this white family having dinner. And I got off from one of my black rants, and I was pounding on the table, and the silverware was jumping and all this kind of stuff. My family was, all upset because I was yelling about how we didn't kill white people and all this sort of stuff.
Okay.
And I noticed after a while, I looked at this guy.
Yeah.
And I actually saw tears running down his cheek, and I thought, oh, yeah, I got you now. But then I suddenly realized he was weeping because of my pain. And so a couple of days later, we were having coffee together, and I said, John, what's wrong with you? Why don't you act normal? And he looked at me, and he said something I never heard before. He looked at me, and he said, Ben, I have a personal relationship with God through Jesus Christ. Now, man, I heard all about religion because my dad had become a preacher, and of course, as young black kids, you went to church every Sunday whether you believed it or not. I mean, that was the end of the story back in the day.
Yeah.
There was no two ways about it. But I never heard anybody talk about having a personal relationship with God. And he acted different. So one day, long story short, I was driving around the car at 80 miles an hour. My wife was coming apart at the seams. My family was breaking up. I was angry all the time. I hated people. I hated myself. And so I prayed this prayer, driving at 80 miles an hour. I said, God, if you are who John says you are, and if you can do something in my life, and I said, do it. I said, but wait. If all you've got is religion, you can keep that. Be religion. Make me miserable. Well, Jesus Christ came into my life. And you're talking about being born again, instant transformation. A few minutes later,
Now, wait a second. Hold on. Let's go back to the car thing. So you're driving along, and you say, "Hey, if you're real, I'm in. If Jesus is who my friend said he is, but don't if you just got religion, perfunctory religion, and pageantry, then I don't bother knocking at my door." So what happens then that makes you feel you were born again? Were you filled with a peace? What happens?
I was immediately transformed. All the anger, the bitterness, the hatred that I had was feeling in my heart, instantly vanished. I mean, totally complete. As I said, when I drove in off there from Concord, I drove in there and I was instantly colorblind. I couldn't tell it was white, it was brown, it was black. All I could see was people, and that has been my experience from then on. All I see is people. Not white people, not black people, not yellow people, not brown people, not red people. All I see is people. We said earlier, there's only one group of human beings, and they're all the same.
Well, another thing is that if you've been to Israel, you've been to Israel, right, Ben?
Several times.
And I've been to Israel. And if you meet a Nazarene, and Jesus was a Nazarene, they have long faces, and guess what? They're not white.
And if you ever notice, every time you see a picture of Jesus hanging on the walls in all the churches today, he's always a white guy.
Yeah. When in fact he would, and that's probably part of God's perfection. This Israel, which is in the center of the globe here, and his son is not black, but his son is not white. I mean, it's pretty cool, huh?
At least he's not. We don't have the white Aryan Jesus anymore, because the blonde Jesus was popular for a while. That was kind of ridiculous.
Let me ask you a question, and this is a theological question. You know, the Bible says we're made in the image and likeness of God, right?
Yep.
Okay, so which group is made in the image and likeness of God?
Yeah. I guess I don't know. You know, I wondered, is God going to have a nose and ears though? He doesn't need that in heaven.
No, that's exactly right. The Bible says God is a spirit.
Yeah.
If I'm made in his image and his likeness, what does that make me?
I don't know. What does it make you?
The spirit.
And I'm carried around in a container. Just like you having a cup of tea or 7-Up with a container, right?
Yeah.
So what's important? The container or what's in the container?
Let me ask you.
Taking that Coke can, what do you do with the can of Coke?
You throw it out.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
Or
Well,
recycle it if you're liberal.
You remember the scene though where Jesus said they asked Jesus if he should pay taxes, and he says, "Go down and catch a fish." They catch a fish; it has a coin in it that has great value, and he brings it back. He says, "Render unto things that which are Caesar, and those things that belong to God unto God." So what he was saying is, what image is on the coin? Are you the one who taught me this?
Yeah, I think so. It's from Ravi Zacharias originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's on the image of the? I remember
And
what
he said Caesar.
Caesar. So who's on the image of us?
Yeah, and that's the question.
So
that
render
you
the
should
money.
ask.
Go ahead, give the money to Caesar. God
Yeah.
don't want your money anyway. So he wants us. Render unto those things which are God's.
Yeah, and then the Robbie.
Don't say that it's Caesar, it's in his image. But we're made in God's image.
Yeah,
What is God?
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we are.
Spirit.
Yeah.
God is a spirit. You know what that means?
Go ahead.
We are spirit. We are spirit, just like your Coke is in a Coke bottle. We are spirit contained in a human container, which we call human beings, so we call flesh. And when we get through with the Coke can, what do we do with it? We throw it away. When we get through with this human body, what do we do with it?
Bury it.
Throw it away.
Yeah, and the color blindness you're talking about is actually the natural state of man. And you can see that, and I love it. It's my favorite part of our service on Sunday is after the service, watching the children play, because you see these kids that are from palest white to darkest brown, and you see them playing together, dancing, laughing, joking, and there's not like this guy's, and the way they look at it is there's some people that are darker colored and lighter colored, but it's a spectrum. It's not like that person is a different race or this person is, it's just we're all people that have different shaped noses, different shaped skin, pigments, you know, and we're all loving each other together.
We don't know we're different until we are taught that.
Yeah.
That's all. Kids don't know they're not. Kids are kids are kids.
Yeah.
And that's where we should be.
Hey, Chuck, you're sitting over there awful quiet. What do you think of all this?
I'm listening, taking it in.
Okay. You bored, or do you?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if you liked this or not liked it, or felt uncomfortable, or.
I'm listening to great minds speak.
That's that. Watch out for a flattering tongue, the Bible says. We love you, Chuck. Well, Ben, do you want to stick with us, or do you have something else you have to do? You're more than welcome to stick around. Okay. Or we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce, Florida. And I will tell you what, I managed to get a GLE recently. It's the SUV. Not the big, super expensive one, and not the little one, but the one right in the middle. And I gotta say, I love my GLE because it parks in every spot. It looks like bigger than it is, but it's a utilitarian vehicle. And once you have a utilitarian vehicle, you're gonna stick to it. Anyway, this Mercedes-Benz, this GLE, I test drove it. I bought it from Mark down there at Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce. You'll get a great deal. Just mention my name, and you'll get an extra special deal. I promise you.
You have the power to help us help others. Treasure Coast Community Health is a local healthcare provider for everyone. No one is turned down due to economic circumstances. Your generous support can help many in need. TCCHinc.org 772-257-8224. TCCHinc.org is a not-for-profit 501c. Donations are accepted.
Here's Joel Molinari from Molinari Pool Service with an urgent message for you this month. Just make sure that your pool's protected. You've got anti-entrapment devices. If you need fencing, netting, any sort of safety product around your pool, give us a call at 778-2633 Molinari Pools. We want to help you out. Please, please, please be safe around the pool, especially this time of year. Let your friends know. Be safe around the pool. Always adult supervision. Nothing replaces adult supervision, but put the safety products in place. Molinari Pool Service, again, that phone number is 778-2633.
As a female, when I need my auto repair, I want someone I can trust to repair my vehicle. I trust Don's Import Auto Services and Sales. Free pickup and delivery, or they have loaner vehicles while yours is being serviced. I especially like their comfortable waiting area and free coffee. Don's Import Auto Service and Sales is an official Michelin dealer. Don's also offers a 24-month guarantee on their service and repairs. Don's Import Auto Service is on 43rd in Vero. Call 569-4714. Again, 569-4714.
Hey folks, you know, you hear a lot of advertisements out there. You're subjected to a lot of promotions. The difference in my show is what? Is that these are people I know. They've gone through my filtering system. I've known them and I stand by them. And if you ever have any sort of a problem, I will stand with you. And that's my commitment. So when you do business with the people that sponsor our community show and our magazine, Girls Voice Magazine, I stand behind them, I stand behind you, and that's my vow.
Hi, this is Stacy, the cake lady. Come on down and visit us at 205 Orange Avenue in the heart of beautiful historic downtown Fort Pierce. We have over 80 flavors of cupcakes available, and we'd love to make a cake for you. We are happy to say that we have made cakes for local celebrities such as Rhett Palmer and Burt Reynolds. We are an award-winning shop. We're nationally recognized. And our phone number is 772-242-8128. 772-242-8128. 205 Orange Avenue.
You are listening to the Mayor of the Airwaves.
be about 9:37. Another 7 minutes.
It works for me. I'm not doing anything. I'll be right here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for the heads up.
Take care. It's amazing. Yeah. You know, this is Monday. He asked the hair guy, and it's gonna replay tomorrow morning at 7:30. But that's the only spot. The only spot at 9:33 break. So, when I was talking to him about that plans here, for 10 o'clock, because he only had one, two, three spots. So I picked an area that was clean.
No, let me finish.
1, 2,
A friend of mine, when I was a kid of maybe 14, 15, he was an older guy at 19, John Laird, he said,
You don't have to worry about this, because if I cut them, I'm not gonna, I'll try to make them up later on, or
far
whenever the
less
segment's
because
in.
you live it. Oh, I'm gonna
I gotta
go.
have the segments
I'm gonna
and
make,
spots
you know, I'm gonna do it.
timed
So
so
when
you
Nike says
know
just
whether you
do
play
it,
music or not,
just
or the
do it.
content don't change.
Talking,
Don't
you're
have
halfway
to-
living, no psychological. It takes air out of the balloon.
I don't want to deflate with the 19
Brad
said,
Sorry, but
but
it's right.
statistically they actually said the opposite. If you say out loud,
Well, they say, well, they also do say this way. Okay,
check that out.
they say
Right,
very,
that
very,
was spent
very
hours
scary
trying to fix that.
of who you tell stuff to.
Yes.
Because if they're jealous of you,
Yeah.
they can subconsciously thwart you,
Yeah.
like the devil's force or whatever.
I have 2 points to make and then I'll be quiet. I have been
We have 9:33.
watching one of the great courses that you get online, those courses, lectures, yeah. On one of those courses, it talks about how you shouldn't tell people because it will stop you from wanting to do it. And that you aren't as motivated. Although, on the other hand, they do tell you not to tell people about your inventions because somebody might steal it. It's not necessarily true. Companies these days, they want new ideas and they know that the internet is out there. And it's so
This is Kate Dempsey, Artistic Director of Advertising for Marks at the Point Salon and Boutique, encouraging you to elevate your expectations. And you're listening to the Ask the Hair Guy Minute.
And I am Ask the Hair Guy, sitting here with the beautiful Stacy Rodolico with a jacket on that says South
You,
Zero,
there's Kate.
Imagine School Mom,
You can tell me anything you want, I'm out here.
You go on vacation.
mother of my children, and also the CFO and the purchaser of all the unique items at Marks at the Point Salon and Boutique. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
What you got for me? I know you always hit questions and things there behind the front desk. What's going on?
So, okay, hair guy. So far, our #1 selling online product is the Florida Spice cologne fragrance. Tell us more about this.
You know, once again, it's no secret. Every product on the Marks at the Point, Marks Boutique button, if you will, it's our new online store. You know, all of our products, all of our boutique items are an assortment of unique, limited edition items that I find personally interesting, personal beauty technologies that I find exceptional in their respective class. And each product is field tested, analyzed, and approved by our entire team before they ever hit the shelves. And Florida Spice is no different. This is one I actually fell in love with, I don't know, gosh, years ago. I found a little boutique, I think I was up in
Chuck on.
and I couldn't help but notice that Florida Spice, it describes itself.
Chuck's still here. I know you flash out of here, so I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, have a good time. Where you going?
Newington, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
2 grand boys. And I'll be back near the end of the month.
All right.
But he's gone until July 7th, so.
I'm leaving in actually almost 10 days. 24th. We're up for graduation in Long Island. And then we're going to spend the rest of the week in Manhattan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, go to the,
Have fun.
haven't been to the new Trade Center building or anything, so we got tickets to see Hamilton. My wife's very excited for that.
Good. I don't think I've ever met your wife.
She's as busy as I am, so I don't. You probably.
Is she at the restaurant or
No, she's a teacher.
Oh, okay.
And she's the president of the teachers union in Indian River County. So when she gets out of school, she goes over to another office till about 8 or 9 at night, and then comes home, showers, goes to bed, and we'll start all over again.
Okay. All right.
Father's Day gift made right here in Florida. Stop on by Mark's Point Salon Boutique and order you a bottle or log on to our new e-store, Mark's Point Salon Boutique.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Stacy, for asking.
Close this door right on me.
Thanks for logging on. Don't forget those fathers. AskTheHairGuy.com.
Thanks for listening to the Ask the Hair Guy Minute. Please send us your questions to askthehairguy.com.
Who's supposed to be in?
Huh?
Those ladies supposed to be in?
Nope. At 10.
At 10. Okay.
I got it all under control.
Chuck is next.
Well, a long time ago down by the train station, I saw her face and I was filled with elation.
Hey. Yeah, I was going to tell you, I don't have his number.
What the hell happened to the sound of my headset? Somebody turned it up. My God, what the heck happened? Come on, guys. How could that happen? I want to, that's what I want to, after 10:30, tell me how that can, you can't put them on. I can't put them on.
It's gonna get feedback probably even with.
What's up, Chuck?
Yeah, what's up, Chuck? We cannot put our headsets on. They're too loud. Please. Please put the headsets down. Check. All right, now I've got nothing. My word. No. Too loud?
It's still too loud.
Yeah. Too loud? Okay, well, what happened in there that would make this happen on a break? You know? Everything was fine.
Nothing. Keep talking.
Okay, the orange mic is on. Kill the orange mic, please. How did that get on? That's been off the whole time. Oh, my word. All right, sorry about that, Ben. It's welcome to non-professional radio. This is the mayor there with. Well, I know. Sometimes did this stuff ever happen when you were doing the 700 Club where, you know... I think God does this to me just to test me. He's smushing me, saying, Rhett, you're just not that important.
Yeah.
I wonder how important we are.
Important.
You know? Yeah.
You only have one son. Now let me rephrase that. How much would you pay for the Mona Lisa?
Well, I haven't enough to buy it.
What makes the Mona Lisa so valuable?
Perception.
But what is it about it that makes it so valuable?
It's what people are willing to pay for it.
Why are they willing to pay for it?
Leonardo da Vinci painted it.
Because it is unique. It is the only one there is, and that can never be a replica of that thing, right? Of the original.
Yeah.
Now, how many more of you are there in the world?
Well, Rhett a lot, but the rest of us just one.
Yeah. And there's only one Mr. B and Phil too. We're glad for that, right, Phil? Go ahead, Benjamin.
What makes you valuable, the fact that you have not only your own fingerprint, your own eyeball print, your own hair print, you also have your own breath print. There's nobody else. You are the only Rhett Palmer there is, and all the 8 billion people there are on the face of the earth. You are the only one there is, and that holds true for every human being on the face of the earth. That's why God was not willing to go through eternity without all of these specifically unique created beings
Yeah.
in His image.
Well, that's why God is very happy, because He knows once I die, He's going to go, man, that guy finally shut up.
No, he's gonna bring. You
I'm not
closer.
bringing him back. No way.
You know.
But where do you think he's got that brain, Doc? That's what he was doing when he picked you up.
you establish value by what people are willing to pay for that thing, and God was willing to pay quite a lot for us, so we must be pretty valuable to Him.
You got it, brother. His only begotten Son.
That's right.
Go 3 turns without him.
Well, Chuck right here used to do they have private jets. We have, I broadcast to one of the wealthiest zip codes in the United States of America. We have more Fortune 500 retired CEOs than any other zip code. So Chuck owns a restaurant out at the airport. And Chuck, you used to, they would come and ask for this, the Bulgur caviar?
Beluga, yeah.
Beluga caviar.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that was like $350 just for a little teeny tiny jar.
For an ounce, yeah.
For how much?
For an ounce.
For an ounce. $350 for an ounce. And he said sometimes they'd order it, and the jet would come back, and it would still be on board unopened, but they wanted it there,
Mm-hmm.
And, it's so hard to get the fish eggs. Now, first of all, who really wants fish eggs anyway?
Fish?
I mean... it's just like, years ago in Maine, that lobsters were considered poor folk food. I mean, the royalty or anybody, whatever we want to say, people that thought themselves to be the elitists, they would never eat lobster. It was considered the cockroach of the sea. And yet, somehow, 80 years ago, there actually were contracts. I've seen the contracts where the people that worked for these hotels up there in Maine, for the Rockefellers and people, they were not allowed to make them eat lobster more than 3 nights a week because it was considered, it's just poor folk food. And somehow that got switched around,
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like chicken wings. I was telling you the other day.
Or the pineapple.
We were at the table, and Chuck said you used to throw out chicken wings when you were younger.
Garbage, yeah.
And now they're like they're chicken wing restaurants.
Yeah.
Pineapples used to be such a delicacy that there's still architecture that's designed after a pineapple because it was the fruit of a king.
Mm-hmm.
And now
it means if you see a pineapple, it means hospitality. So go ahead. We interrupted Ben Kinchlow here. Sorry about Ben, but whenever we get into food, Rhett has a tendency to slip away. Sorry about that.
Know thyself. It's good he's aware.
Okay, Benjamin, what were you saying though?
I'm just talking about the fact that we don't realize how unique every single human being is, and that's why we don't treat every other human being the same way we treat the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is just a painting.
Yeah.
Human being, unique, the only one there is. If we can be that respectful to a painting, how should we treat this living, breathing replica of God Himself? How should we treat one another?
Yeah, really.
Well, that's one of the...
I can... Did anybody ever read the Indian Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee? Okay? Did anybody ever read it or take a look at it?
No.
Okay, well, I couldn't read it in its entirety. Benjamin, you never read Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee?
No.
Okay, well, maybe it's a good thing. Because I read this I'm now 63, I read this in my 50s, and I said, thank God I never had the chance to read this before now. Because they talk in that book about how the white man here, the Europeans came, and they fought with the Indians, and they would cut out, after they killed the women and the children, they would cut out the genitalia of the women.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
I mean, how can... Well, no, but what I want to know is, have you ever, been when they kill a pig or something? Like when I went down to Haiti on a missionary trip, the day I got there, they'd been feeding this pig for 6 months, and they sliced its neck. They tied it to a tree and sliced its neck, and I watched that thing die right there. It was I'm still talking about it, 30 years later. And so I can't understand how another human being, this is small. I mean, they buried people, they raped people, they took the skin off of living people, the Nazis, they say. I mean, it's horrible what man has done to man. Benjamin?
That's exactly right, which is why God ordained that this is what must happen. You must be born again, because man, without God, is absolutely capable of doing things that quote, civilized people can't even conceive of. That's what is so shocked about that book you just read, because you're quote, civilized.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you think, in the end, I have some people, they're very liberal Christians, and they believe in the end, and this might be possible, that God's just going to forgive everybody, even Hitler. Everybody gets forgiven. You slip over to the other side, they realize the error of their ways, and everybody gets saved in the end. Is that possible?
No, sir. Unfortunately, I mean, you have to see it the
Okay, but yeah.
Principles to be observed, and there are, just like today, there are laws to be observed. You're driving 95 miles an hour, even on I-95. What happens if the man in the black and white car comes up behind you?
Consequence.
Absolutely. God says that consequences to not being obedient to my word, and there are eternal consequences to it. So you choose what you're going to do with your eternity. That's scary.
What if somebody, though, let's say, right now I get mad at Chuck because my hot dog isn't well enough done over there at CJ Cannon's, and I take out my Glock and I say, this is it, I've asked you twice to get the hot dog right. You can't get it right. Boom! And then I take it and I say, okay, this is it. Chuck's not laughing. I can't get Chuck to laugh to that one.
Not really funny.
Well, should I be arrested like that comedian?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you're answering your own question from earlier.
No, but let's say I did do something like that. I murder somebody. Okay, so I go to prison. And then I go, oh, I'm sorry, and I repent. It doesn't matter. I'm still a murderer. I mean, you can't, I don't, these people say so good, you're still a murderer. I mean, it shows me intrinsically that I'm a bad person. And I probably, on the day of reckoning, my soul should be destroyed.
Well, but that's why God gives us the privilege of being born again. And that's why it says, you must be born again. I know whereof I speak, because you talked about earlier about how I was the kind of person I was before. I am not that same kind of person. And all those things that I held dear and dear to me.
Don't worry, Chuck. I won't shoot you, never. Don't worry, I wouldn't shoot you.
I know you wouldn't.
Well, so in other words, like, who's the guy that used to steal the gems that lives down here in Florida? He's been on my show. He was known as the most famous gem thief, and they say that he killed some people, and then he came to know the Lord. I know you've had him on the 700 Club. You can't Can you remember who I'm talking about?
I'm right off the top of my head. I'm kind of like you, but my age.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are talking about what's his name with what's his name, and I'm what's his name. Maybe this is why old radio guys do retire. So you believe God can actually heal people? Okay, let's say somebody comes to know Jesus, and then they were to murder or do reprehensible things, whatever it might be, rob banks or get into weird sex rings or something. I don't know.
That doesn't happen. If they have been born again, I guarantee you, from somebody who speaks from personal experience, who has done a lot of things that I can't even mention now, but from a person who's born again, once you're born again, if any person being Christ is a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. You're not the same person you were before, and you don't go back to doing those same things that you used to do before that.
I don't know if that's true, because I remember when I got born again, 2 weeks later, I noticed no swear words were coming out of my mouth. I went, wow, I've been healed of swearing. But I tell you what, now I've gotten back into swearing, and I'll know I'm going to swear, and I go, well, I don't care. I know it's wrong, but I'm going to do it. Before, I wasn't conscious of it. At least now I know that what I'm doing is wrong, but I've still done it. So what does that mean?
Let me ask you a question. You got any children?
No.
Ask anyone of the gentlemen in the studio got any children?
Chuck does.
Yes.
All right, Chuck, what happens when you tell your children not to do something?
Well,
They
they usually want to try it out. Yeah. They usually try it themselves.
Okay, well, what do you do?
I reprimand.
Absolutely. That's what God's going to do.
Mhm.
Reprimand.
Yep.
Oh, so, but
You better stop using those foul words. God says don't use foul words, don't use foul words.
yeah.
You're talking about a creator, an image made in his. You're talking about people that made in God's image and God's likeness.
Okay.
You're not insulting the person, you're insulting God.
That brings us full cycle today, and that is we're talking about the N-word, nigger. You were born a black man, and of course that's why the subject popped up today with this guy who's the comedian, Bill Maher, and all this stuff. What is your? I mean, I don't think that black kids should call other black kids like they do in the rap songs. What's your whole take on this, Ben Kinchlow?
That's absolutely correct. They should not be doing that. You
because when you understand, as I quoted earlier, what nigger really stands for, then absolutely that's an insult to anybody, whether it's a white nigger or a black nigger. That's an insult
Yeah.
to the person who's being called that word.
And you said the definition, your mama told you to look it up because she was a school teacher. What's the definition of nigger?
Any person of any quality that has no redeeming qualities at all, none. And that's why it says, don't use that word.
Well,
That's not who you are.
no, and see, that's why they shouldn't use it in songs. Hey, if I'm a black guy going, hey, yo, my nigga, come on, that's terrible. So I'm saying that you're of no substance,
Well, obviously, I disagree with the argument, but the argument that they're
What?
making is that they're trying to redefine the word and create ownership of that word. Like, oh, you're gonna. And honestly, I know a lot of youth kids who do this when they've felt bullied so much in their life that they're kind of like, okay, I'm gonna own this me being bullied thing, and it's gonna be part of my identity, and then they'll actually like be purposefully trying to make people bully them because then they can control it. And it's a coping mechanism. I'm not saying it's good, but that's what happens.
That could very well be the case, but what we're talking about is the person who is using the terminology. God holds you responsible for what you feel in your heart. That's what he's talking about when I say heart. The inner man, that's what he holds you responsible for.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, and I absolutely believe that, we talked earlier about the importance, obviously of your mom and of these families to surround these people. And I'm saying when I say these people, I mean all of the younger generation in the way that they should go. Not just African Americans, but white kids. And what I see with this new censorship, anti-free speech, young generation arguments and where they're getting crazy. I mean, there was the case of the college where they had an anti-white day where white people couldn't go on campus, and then the one professor did, and there was riots, and it's still a big issue right now. What I see is, man, there's this desire for community and direction and family that they don't have, that they don't understand, and this is all a twist of it, a corruption of it.
Now, when we had this whole thing going down, I forget what it was the other day. Maybe it was. Oh, I know what it was. There was the famous football player who woke up in the morning and had the N-word on his gate in white paint. Okay, so I wrote this. I'd like to know, Benjamin, what you think about this. I wrote, "Dear person of color, just because a few stupid white trash spray paint hate, call you names and display their ignorance and lack of love, it should not tarnish your thoughts towards the majority of good folks out there who don't even use those hurtful words in their hearts. There is good and bad in every ethnic group. Let those who are essentially good stand together against this,"
Exactly. Every human being should be judged on his own individual behavior. You should not judge any group of people or, lump any group of people together simply because they look like somebody else. Every human being should be judged by his own individual actions and activities.
Listen, Benjamin, we're about out of time for today. What is your website in case people want to buy? Benjamin Kinslow is on the line, ladies and gentlemen, former co-host of the 700 Club. He's an author of multiple books. How can they get on your website, Ben? Spell the last name. Kinslow. Ben, thank you. All right. Thank you, Benjamin.
Bye-bye.
You too. It's always good talking to you. All right, we got to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Today's broadcast brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce. You'll get a great deal down there. See Mark. Mark gave me a great deal at Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce. He'll give you a good deal. Promise you, this is the dealership you want to do business with when it comes to Mercedes. Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce, Florida. I love those guys. Say hi to Mark and get a special deal after you sign the contract if you mention my name.
I don't like to complain, but these headsets were still way too loud, and it was so hard because I didn't want to not have them
You
on.
have to
because
tell him.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt the show, but it was like giving me a headache.
You could put it down and get up.
Yeah, I probably should have done that.
Mr. B.
This is John Oliver of Oliver's Plumbing.
What is this?
Thank you for making our plumbing business so successful.
Listen how loud
We've
this
had
is.
to add multiple trucks
Wow,
to
yeah.
serve you.
That's amazing.
Call us at
Was it that loud for you too?
It was pretty loud.
It was painfully loud. I was getting a headache, and I'm like thinking like I would just take it off, but you know I couldn't hear Ben then.
Yeah. How you feeling? All right, everything
Yeah.
back to normal. How's your back?
My back's feeling good. It's like the one bright side of having a month of basically having to lie down. So my back kind of healed itself you know, in that time
that's
period.
good.
So it's way better.
Hey.
Pastor, check your headphones.
If you're not
Okay.
here to show him how to do that.
I know how to do it, but you gotta let me know that it's too loud. I don't
That's
have any way
better.
to-
Is it okay?
Yeah, I mean it's still a little loud, but
Better?
yeah, maybe a little down. Just good. Good. That's good.
You're not going to need this anymore.
Okay.
You're not going to do that.
Thank you.
We're going to have,
Do you
we're
want
gonna
me
have
to
Helen
go?
come in.
Did you say you want me to go? Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
No, we're not going to need the headset.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why the middle mic was up, because you didn't tell me we were gonna bring it in the studio.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You had a whole bunch
There
of
was
people
no
out here.
change.
Yeah, there was no change.
Well, he's
Did
up
I
the other-
get told that? No. You had a bunch of women in here. I didn't know who was coming in.
mic I understood completely.
Touch of Class Dry Cleaners. Their newest location is your front door.
I thought that lady with her pot lid was gonna come in and sit in the middle chair.
Touch of Class Dry Cleaners. One look
That's
like
why it was up.
Touch of Class. Try Touch of Class Dry Cleaners. It is the official dry cleaners of the mayor of the airways.
You need an appliance fixed? Call Mike Campbell at Campbell's Appliance Repair, 562-3002. 562-3002. Campbell's Appliance Repair has been in business for years. So if you have an appliance that needs to be repaired, call 562-3002. 562-3002. Vero Beach Regional Airport presents Ski to the Mountains. That's right. Non-stop commercial jet service has begun from Vero Beach, Florida, direct into Asheville, North Carolina on Elite Airways. Of course, they have service to Newark's Liberty International Airport and Gateway to New York City. For more information, log on to www.verobeachairport.org. It's time to escape to the mountains. Non-stop commercial jet service to Asheville, North Carolina on Elite Airways. Free parking at the Vero Beach Regional Airport. Land near the sand.
You are listening to the mayor
All right,
of
thanks
the
for having me.
airways.
You guys
Take care, Chuck.
have a good vacation.
All right, I will probably call you for, let's see, when is that gonna be? Actually, it's gonna be in July 2nd. I'll call you at the restaurant.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, have a good vacation.
You too.
Thank you.
When are you coming back?
Let's see, the 24th through the 20.
Oh, yeah, there won't be July 2nd, because he won't be back yet.
Yeah,
He's
right.
coming back the 7th, which is
Okay.
a Friday.
All right.
So 8th, 9th, July 10th.
Okay.
You'll probably be back by then.
Yeah.
Okay.
July 10th, yeah.
Now I'll call you for that.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Chuck. You okay? And again, I'm not leaving you, since this is the last day, walk out. I'm not, letting you be completely by yourself. Okay.
So I helped get it going, but a lot of the people turned into customers who keep coming back. That's what I mean, commercial business activity. Yeah, getting more comfortable with it, the more I do it.
All right, and really it's,
Yeah.
now with him live, you only got 2 days with him, Tuesday and Wednesday. And you just gotta play with the.
Say that.
What I get rid of down here.
Yeah.
Because if it's in here already, you see the log.
Yeah.
The log goes nuts.
Yeah.
So if I knew that this spot needs to be before it gets up here, I would right click it and cut.
Well, you're right clicking it. Okay, you don't have to go to the event.
2 weeks?
No, about the 28th, that's when I come back to work.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Today is, yeah, today is the 12th. It won't matter, you won't be here. Well, so the 28th.
Yeah, but I need to have a hand in what we're playing.
I don't know, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Everything should go through me. All choice. That other fellow used to work with ABC over sports news every week. The guy Gilden is involved with TV. They're friends with Gilden on that sitting with him.
This is what Kathy gave me from the machine over there. So I've taken about 300 of these, okay, from here.
Well, let me know which ones, and I'll go over and make sure I don't object to them.
Just have to go through that list and highlight them on here.
Okay, that's good.
That's gonna be
We should
too late
always
for the
do that.
12th, 3rd.
We should always. Well, this next week is okay. The following week, we're still picking it.
And you said,
Shane
you
still-
said anything on this
The
list
Shane-
is
I
good.
did not say that. I never said.
When it says keeper
She
on
may
it.
have said.
When
Is
it
it
says-
keeper? Oh, that is a keeper list?
Yes. Pick a pen and scratch any of them. If I pick them, then I'll get them on there. Yeah, that list there. So if he doesn't like any, I'll get them out, unless they're in the log already. Disclaimer, we're next.
Skin cancer is no laughing matter. You should have a full body scan every year at Treasure Coast Dermatology with Dr. Tim Ioannidis over on 37th. That's right. Take care of yourself, and your skin will take care of you.
I wish to talk to you today about CJ Cannons at the airport. From the moment you walk in, the ambience, the aroma, you know you're at someplace special. Offering secluded dining for a great view overlooking
3 minutes to live
feel
studio.
like the plane's gonna taxi up into it. The food, reasonably priced, from a quick sandwich to the best prime rib in town, which is my favorite. Prime rib just fills the plate. During your meal, prepare to be pampered by the staff.
Except him, because they can squeal. He doesn't like it. Shut your clock already, shut your clock.
Is anybody else in there?
Not yet. They won't need them.
Oh, okay.
That's why we live here. I've known Pat and Chuck for years. They really do care.
All the headphones are turned down, so
Pay
there's no
attention to all the
squealing unless
So
you're.
come on down to CJ Cannons.
Okay, everybody into the room now. All the headphones except yours are down. There's no squealing.
Today's show sponsored by Dr. Alex Plains with custom family dentistry and dental implants. Nobody looks forward to going to the dentist. Dr. Plains offers conscious sedation.
That's probably very true.
Dr. Plains is staff to help
You guys okay? Do you need waters?
No, thank you very much.
Okay.
Coffee, thank you.
Good seeing you again.
You too, thank you.
Now, the doctor wanted to come in on Wednesday at noon to record. Does he know how to record?
No, you can't.
All right.
Or call Shane up.
Where is Beverly today?
Beverly
Beverly's
is
in Vermont.
Is in
Oh,
Vermont
very
until
nice.
the middle of July.
Yep, she's going away for a couple of
Who
months.
got you this cup? Very nice, Rhett. I know you are the boss.
Did you turn off your Facebook?
Man, they stole your land, gave you desert
open, Rhett.
for streams that ran. Oh, hey, oh. Where
Oh,
did
don't tell
that
me when to
man
put your headphones on and then you just talk. Okay. It's not there yet.
See if you can find my song "Native Man" in the recording. 'Cause I promised this lady, she's part Indian. I want to play it if you can find it. It's a song that I wrote and recorded up in Nashville called "Native Man."
You're up.
So freaking awesome.
Okay, I'll give it this version. It's a little too high though.
Native man, they stole your land, gave you desert for streams that ran. Ooh, hey, oh. Where did the red man go? Ghosts of ponies, buffalo, Roman. You're looking at me, laughing at me. Nobody ever did a serious song on a ukulele before, right?
I'm used to you playing the other one.
You want me to get the other one? Okay. Let me get the other one. So tell them who you are. Who's visiting me today?
Good
Who are you?
morning.
Yeah, good morning. You don't have to put your headset on.
You know how it works with me, right? Remember, it's a psychological thing.
Okay, here we go. A little bit of echo on my voice.
Native man, they stole your land, gave you desert for streams that ran. Ooh, hey, oh. Where did the red man go? Ghosts of ponies and buffalo roam the earth seeking to and fro. Ooh, hey, oh. Where did the red man go? Oh, great spirit from above, where are your people of the land of love? Ooh, hey, oh. Ooh, hey, oh. Medicine man with herbs and vines, remedies lost now, gone with time. Ooh, hey, oh. Where did the red man go? All your secrets of the earth are now buried neath the dirt. Ooh, hey, oh. Where did the red man go? Oh, great spirit from above, where are the people, your land of love?
It goes on and on like that.
I love it. Thank you.
Gets into the Trail of Tears.
I didn't even know, Helen, that you were Native American.
She's not.
Thank you so much.
Helen is Jewish.
Yes, I know.
And
from
this
Israel.
young lady, coming closer to your mic. And coming real close, real close. Almost touching
okay.
with your lips.
All
Put
right.
those purple lips up to the mic. Her purple
All
lips
right.
and purple hair.
All right.
Now you're Native American?
Yes, sir.
100%?
Well, it's about 4 generations back there.
Really?
Yes.
So can you collect money from the government?
No, because I never pursued it. I probably could if I wanted to.
You need to pursue it. I
No,
believe
no.
at the time when you're 21, every Native gets like a couple $100,000 or $50,000 or something.
Yeah, one of our family members is doing our family tree.
Yeah, genealogy.
And yeah, so there's a lot back there on both sides. Cherokee's one. I don't know what the other is, but they're from up in there.
I can speak Indian.
North Carolina.
Oh, Koi, Navajo, Poughkeepsie. I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York, which is named after the Poughkeepsie Indians.
Okay.
But just whatever. We were talking about. Actually, it's funny you're in here today because we're talking about not funny, but
hilarious.
Bury your heart at Wounded Knee. Bury my heart at Wounded Knee. Did you ever read it?
No.
Oh, good. Don't.
Okay.
It's horrible. It's horrible what the Native men would. I mean, these guys would kill women and children and everything. These white men that came from Europe.
I love how he says,
I think they
don't
got a
read it,"
really.
and then he's like, but I'll tell you
Yeah,
all that's wrong
exactly.
with it.
No, I'm not going to tell you all of it, but I'll tell you something. Yeah. How they cut out the genitalia of women after killing them. Why would anybody? How could anybody justify that in their heads like that's the right thing to do?
Mm-hmm.
What does the matter with them?
Human nature, people fear what they don't understand.
Yeah.
So it was
They
an awful
fear
thing
what
that
they don't
happened, I think.
understand.
The whole thing.
Well, it is true. We're ignorant little beings. I can remember growing up as a kid, and going, like there's the farm people living up on the hill outside of town. You go, now I wonder what they eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe it's
You don't know.
kangaroo. I don't know.
Roadkill.
Roadkill. Because and then all of a sudden McDonald's opens. So
Yeah.
this is a revelation for my generation. And all of a sudden they sell breakfast food. And you go, oh, well they eat breakfast food just like we do. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but mankind is generally stupid, killing each other, raping and murdering each other because there's a difference, right?
Right.
You would know
Yes.
about that. You're from Israel, right?
Yes, sir.
What my word, we need pray for the peace of Jerusalem. The Bible says, "For I will bless them that bless thee."
Amen.
Yes.
God
Amen.
bless. God
Yes.
bless Jerusalem with peace, Almighty God. God bless Jerusalem. Amen.
Amen.
Now you two have a dog shop here in town, right?
Yes, Helen.
Dog grooming shop,
Yes, we do. Premier Grooming Salon.
and that's right over near the Brown Spoon there.
Wooden spoon.
The wooden spoon.
Well,
On
I got it
Oslo
half
Road.
right.
If you don't get it,
It
right,
is
we might have
brown.
to use the wooden spoon on you, Rhett.
That's
Oh,
right.
take that! Oh, I love that! Oh, yes. Actually, it should be the opposite. Anyway, so
I don't know why you're enjoying it so much. Anyway, the Wooden Spoon, which is an amazing place.
Thank
with
you.
soups and sandwiches, and they have the soup every day that Rhett and I will like.
oh yeah, they need to have that soup every day.
But now
that
you like
clam
something
chowder.
else. Now you like the bisque.
I noticed your
The shrimp bisque.
Yeah, that was so funny
That was
to me.
awesome. I actually now I think I like the shrimp bisque better than I do the clam chowder.
Yeah, we were for the longest time saying you gotta have the clam chowder every day, and then we had this. It was a
Yes.
shrimp bisque or lobster
Yes,
bisque.
no,
it was lobster
shrimp,
bisque.
shrimp. No, it wasn't
Was it
lobster. It was
shrimp
shrimp.
bisque?
And I
Okay.
know that the
Or
little
the crab
clams.
bisque or something. Crab bisque, I think.
No,
Crab, yeah.
no, I don't know.
And
I had
it
the
was
lobster bisque and it
wonderful.
was good.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it has what does it have in it? It has when the Jews escaped from Egypt, what did they miss? The onions that they missed.
Okay.
Your husband uses them in the soup. They're a little thin green. It's very good. Come
The
on.
scallions?
Well, it's close to scallions. Getting
Okay.
closer. Warm, very
Oh,
warm.
I know what you mean. They're like long little pieces, right?
What are they?
They look like string, little
Okay,
long...
so if anybody can
Anyway.
tell me, you'll get a free cup of soup at the Wooden Spoon. If you call me right now or text me at 473-7777. What is it that the Jews were whining to God about when they escaped under the pressure of the Pharaoh? What? Oh, I know what it is. It starts with an L. Does
Okay, so
anybody-
don't call. No need to call her.
Well, no, I want them to call. Give a free soup. 473-7777. You've got 30 seconds or I'm going to tell them what it is.
Starts with an L.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I know what it is.
No. Now you know because I tell. Come on, somebody,
You
give
don't
me
need
call.
a free soup.
473-7777. Matter of fact, you get the whole dang lunch for free. I'll make sure that her husband doesn't charge over there at the Wooden Spoon over on Oslo. Exceptional soups. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the phone is ringing. There you go. Somebody's calling. Hello, how are you?
I'm just fine, Rhett. This is a voice from the past. Ron Talenti, old buddy.
Hello, Ron Talenti. You're still out there listening to my show, putting up with me on the airwaves after all these years, huh?
Still, it's been a long time, and I still have happy memories of your mom with Mended Hearts and Ben. And you're looking for leaks.
Yes, congratulations! You just won yourself. Now we're supposed to have some applause in the kitchen back there. Can you put on some applause? Okay. And Ron, you come on over and you can have lunch at the Wooden Spoon. Just make sure you tell them you won it on my show. Right, Helen?
That's right.
Yeah. Or you have this option. Or you can go right in the same plaza as Helen's dog grooming, and you can have one dog groomed one time absolutely free.
Absolutely.
It's either or.
That's right.
Unfortunately, we don't have a pet any longer. We moved into Indian River Estates.
Oh.
But I'll take you up on the other. Can I bring my wife also?
Yeah, bring your wife.
Yes,
Free
you can
lunch
bring your-
at the Wooden Spoon on Oslo, and you will love it.
I know where it is, and I thank you very much. It's good to talk with you. We have been listening to you and your gang, just to be and all, and what can I say? For many happy memories, you're hanging right in there. From when I met you till now, though, you're a bigger personality as of the present.
I don't know what that means. I know.
I don't know.
I've gained a little weight, you mean.
Well, that makes two of us. Good to talk with you. I'll let you get back to the show.
All right, thank you, Ron. Thank you very much. God bless you, and enjoy the wooden spoon.
God bless you and yours. Bye now.
All right, so he got it right. He got it right. Leaks. It was right.
Yeah, now you're gonna have a bunch of people come with their wife, say, "Hey, my name's Ron."
No, well, no. You know what you do? You ask for their license. And
Yeah.
it's Ron Talenti.
Okay.
Ron Talenti. So don't try to get away with something here.
Oh man, I had a plan. The lunch I'll provide it for.
You love the soups at the wooden spoon. You better get going there. You can't get there too soon, so go today at noon. The wooden spoon. Remember that saying I came up with the other day?
You're great.
Not really, but
Yeah, you are.
So
It's open for a debate, you're saying.
It's open for debate, you see. See, talk like this. Let's
Yes.
see. Leila Tov, Boker Tov. Boker Tov.
Boker Tov.
That means good morning, right?
No, that's right.
Boker Tov, Toda, which is thank you. I love that, Toda. I like that better than thank you.
Stop saying
Toda.
thank you.
Toda. Yeah, but everybody will think, what is it? Gracias. How do you say no? Buenos dias. Buenos dias, that's Espanol, good morning. So, can you say thank you in any other language? No, can you say good morning in any other language? Buongiorno.
I can say in
What?
a few languages.
Okay, who?
Good
What-
morning.
Yeah. What language? Say it the way you would say it in Israel, first of all.
Boker Tov.
Boker Tov.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah.
In France. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Sabah al-Khir, which is in Arabic, actually. I do not speak Arabic, but I know how to say that.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Sabah al-Khir, I think. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
All right. Well, that's okay. Judges, does she get some applause for that? Yes, she does. Let's put it. Okay. So now you have a dog grooming place. Okay.
Yes, I do.
We have another phone call. Oh my word! Put on the headsets if you dare. All right. Go ahead and put the phone call. Okay. Go ahead and put the phone caller on. Hello, phone caller. Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hi, how are you, Rhett? I'm not sure. This is Dr. Red Cross. How are you?
Oh, Dr. Red Cross, how you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you? Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Monday, yes.
Happy Monday.
Well, tell us, Dr. Red Cross, that's right, you were scheduled to call in and I forgot. No. So now what were we supposed to talk about?
So today we were going to just talk about the importance of sleep and how we actually can focus on sleep. If we all can't get that quantity that the CDC says we're supposed to be getting, I at least wanted to share with everyone how we can at least get the quality sleep that we all need.
Yes, Dr. Red Cross. Tell us about the sleep, because I know that they say, I remember one time I had something go wrong. What was it? And I had to take a muscle relaxer. And I fell into a sleep for 41 hours, except getting up to, go to the bathroom. And 41 hours. And when I woke up after 41 hours, it was totally gone. Somebody said that's because you went into almost like a comatose state and sleeping. So sleeping's very healing, right, doctor?
Yeah, sleeping is so important. In fact, we all need the correct amount of sleep for optimal health. As I mentioned, the CDC says we're supposed to be getting 7 hours a night. Now, that doesn't happen for a lot of us. So that's why when we focus on the quality, I have 4 sleep sheets that can actually make a huge difference for all of us when that 7 hours is so elusive. And one of the things, Rhett, is pretty easy. We need to avoid what I like to call the 3 C's. That's cocktails, caffeine, and also cigarettes. Now, obviously, those are things as far as cigarettes that we know we shouldn't do, but hey, it's a tough habit and some people do it. But when you're smoking cigarettes, people use it to help them relax, but it actually affects the initiation of sleep. So you don't want to go there with cigarettes either. And as far as caffeine, it shortens the sleep cycle and the REM sleep, like the sleep you were talking about when you were out for so long when you're taking the muscle relaxant. And that's not a way to go either. And then cocktails, while it may seem like they're relaxing, they actually make more of a restless night. So if someone's in the office, Rhett, and they're saying that, hey, doc, I have to have my drink at night or that sort of thing, I tell them, let's at least avoid them 2 hours before bedtime if you need them. And so that way, you can still hopefully get a little bit of that quality of sleep, but not any closer to 2 hours.
You also got to figure out why they're sleeping in the office. You also have to figure out why they're sleeping in the office.
That's a good point, too. That's a totally different definition there. That's for sure.
Now, I've heard that if you get too much sleep, you can be more tired as well. So it's 7 hours. Is there a limit to where it stops being helpful? Does that vary with age?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question. Actually, there's a little time in between there. In other words, 7 hours is kind of that sweet spot that we always talk about. But when it's over 10 hours is when we know that is too much, and it can cause a lot of other problems with that. You know, one thing that Rhett, I think you mentioned earlier was that sleep heals. Sleep's that important. So, you know, sleep exerts a strong influence on our immune system, so much so that I love to say that sleep actually helps us form the building blocks for infection. So if you're getting the right amount of sleep, then everything is fine because your body is boosting its immune system on its own. But if you're not getting the sleep, like so many of us, I always talk about boosting our immune system, but it's more important to do that with clinically proven supplements such as AHCC. Now, I mentioned AHCC in particular because it's an effective medicinal mushroom immune booster, but this one, AHCC in particular, is backed by 20 human clinical trials, which is a big deal because these trials are coming out of Yale and Harvard and MD Anderson. So when you're thinking about something to help boost up your immune system, especially when not getting sleep, or just in general, you want to make sure there's data behind it. One of the things I always tease about is that even Hippocrates in his literature in 400 BC hit home the importance of sleep in our immune system. So instead of us just kind of blowing off to sleep and saying, you know, I can survive on 2 to 3 hours, you really need to think about it as a pillar of health for us as well.
Wonderful. Well, Dr. Redcross, do you have now talking about this AHCC, do you have a website that my listeners should go to?
Sure. So my website actually is drredcross.com, where you can find more information. If you're interested in something like AHCC, it's actually available on Amazon. It was something that I had some experience with as far as with patients and with the company as far as some of the data, and it was so impressive and something that you can offer. AHCC is actually the #1 immune supplement in Japan as well.
Wow.
Which is great.
Wow.
Now, not only talking about boosting our immune system and cutting those 3 C's, right? But you know how I am. I love food. And I always say food is medicine. So there are some things that we naturally can put into our bodies that make a difference. Number 1, almonds. Almonds have magnesium, and they're very relaxing for our muscles and our nerve endings. Another nut, which I love, are actually walnuts. Now, walnuts have tryptophan, and you guys may remember tryptophan around Thanksgiving time because that's that sleep-inducing amino acid that makes us all so sleepy after we have our Thanksgiving dinner, and it's available in walnuts.
Well, okay, listen. Dr. Redcross, we're out of time for today, but we'll go to drredcross.com. Don't hang up because I want to talk to you off air, okay?
Sounds great, Rhett.
Okay. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. drredcross.com. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, listen, the phone is still on the air, please. Hold on, Dr. Redcross. Check. Okay. What I wanted to know is, do you have a number that I can have for you that I don't have to go through that booking agent?
Dude, I literally started talking without an idea of what I was going to play. I'm just like, okay.
No, you did great.
Something.
You did great. But you don't have a personal number I can get in touch with you.
#1 business is restoration of leather. You need restoration of leather.
I do? No, I don't think I got it. If I did, I didn't put it in my phone. Give it to me again, would you? 646 389 0055. Okay. Hey, you have a good day, all right? Okay, thank you.
I found someone I can trust to repair my vehicle. I trust Don's Import Auto Services and Sales. Free pickup and delivery, or they have loaner vehicles while yours is being serviced. I especially like their comfortable waiting area and free coffee. Don's Import Auto Service and Sales is an official Michelin dealer. Don's also offers a 24-month guarantee on their service and repairs. Don's Import Auto Service is on 43rd and Vero. Call 569-4714. Again, 569-4714.
If someone in my family was diagnosed with skin cancer, I wouldn't care how nice the building looked or what was being said on the radio. I'd look for the best treatment options.
Call Al's Auto Restoration.
Find qualified physicians who could provide those treatments.
Which phone
I'm
number
Dr.
for
Tim
auto restoration?
At Treasure Coast Dermatology, our board-certified doctors have the training and the experience to care
I
for
don't know
you
what you mean
and your
by
loved ones.
training.
Don't come to Treasure
Cancel.
Coast Dermatology based
Cancel.
on our image alone.
Specializing in the treatment of skin cancer. Board-certified
Push the
dermatologists. Treasure Coast Dermatology.
Do you like my song?
I do. I love your song.
Native Man?
I really do. I like it a lot. You know, I love our United States and I love America, but I really think that was a awful thing to have done to those people and take their land like that. You know, I got to visit the Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina, and that was one of the Cherokees' native hunting grounds, and that place is fabulous. It's in Transylvania County in North Carolina, and they have over 250 waterfalls in that county.
No.
They
Pisgah?
are beautiful. It's Pisgah National Forest.
P-I-S-K-A?
Nope. P-I-S-G-A-H. Pisgah.
Yeah, I did
Pisgah.
G-A-H.
And that's a county? That's a county?
It's in Transylvania County.
Hold on.
Shake company. I still take the shakes.
Transylvania
They really helped my health. And,
County.
I made a
And
lot of
where?
money
That's in
doing it,
Brevard,
and,
North Carolina.
You know, I enjoyed it.
Brevard.
I learned a lot about people doing it.
And there's
so a lot of people
on the
have
other
negative
side of town, there's another
connotations about that.
national
250?
forest.
I don't have any desire to do it
Yes,
anymore.
waterfalls.
Because you know, with my ministry and everything, my life is
Absolutely.
full. But
Okay.
Yep.
But
And
you know, I
there's
always
another
tell people,
one,
like,
DuPont National Forest.
you know,
But
there's
the
the
Pisgah
negative
is the
connotation a lot of
natural.
people have for it. I always
This is
tell
where
people,
that
like,
was their hunting
my
grounds.
personal
And
experience
walking
is
in
very
there, you could
positive
feel
with
the
it.
energy.
So-
I felt like I was at home there.
I wasn't
Like
one
it
before,
was
and I loved
grounding me, you know, to the ground. It was fabulous.
Walking down the street, what you gonna see? Gotta get going on the radio today.
You're great. I love it. I could sit here with you all day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If I didn't have to make the dogs pretty.
Let's see. Okay, Dr. Red Cross. I gotta put that in here.
Sure.
Okay, Dr.
That's
Red
the
Cross.
bottom line for
Dr.
me. You know, so
Red Cross.
and a lot of my friends are like, oh, I don't,
Contacts.
that's great.
Search.
Just buy the device
Cancel.
if you like it.
Plus.
That's it. I'll send you the link. Look at it. If you like it, maybe for your parents or something. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I think it's fairly inexpensive,
Mm.
considering what it gives you.
646-389-389.
You know what I'm saying? In that device.
0055.
So it's like a
0055.
no-brainer, in my opinion, because I'm in my 40s, so I like.
You are? I thought you were in your 20s.
Yeah, right. No, you didn't.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Thought you were 28.
I remember 28. It was a nice age.
Well, she looks 28. She says she's 40. I don't know that girl if she's messing with me. She works at the Wooden Spoon, so they say, and then she grooms dogs every day. Grooming dogs. Grooming dogs. So what's the name of your shop?
Premier Grooming Salon.
Premier. Premier. Ooh, Premier. They're the best. Did you hear when it comes to your dog call? Premier.
That's great. That's awesome.
Hey there, little Red Riding
I
Hood.
love that song.
You sure are looking good. You're everything that a big bad wolf would want.
That's what I was wondering if you're gonna make it into a dog, so it might fit with the grooming.
Dog or wolf? We've groomed wolves.
Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything that a big bad wolf could want. what big eyes you have. The kind of eyes that drive wolves mad. Just to see you don't get home late. I think I ought to walk with you for a ways. Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. You sure are looking good. You're everything that a big bad wolf would want.
That's great.
I love that song, yeah.
Did you ever hear that song before or no?
Never.
Never?
That's one of my
She's from
favorites.
Israel.
You've been robbed.
Yes.
I'm sure I've been robbed of a lot of things.
It is good to praise the Lord and make music to your name, oh God Most High.
Paul Wilbur wrote this, and he taught me how to sing it when it first came out.
Through the day and through the night. La 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 la. You make us glad by your deeds, O Lord, so I sing with joy at all your hands have made. How great are your works, O Lord, Elohim Baruch Hashem. La 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 la
My family used to do that song, and we would all do the dancing and everything.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Today's show is sponsored by Dr.
This is the one that I wrote.
Custom Family Dentistry.
Jerusalem.
Nobody looks forward to going to the dentist. But Dr. Plains offers conscious sedation for dental phobia. Dr. Plains
You're
is established
blind
to help
to
people with
him.
friendly atmosphere and a stress-free visit. His
Can't
office is
remember what
located
song.
just south of the village.
My son was pretty amused this morning, the baby, from the show, because I was listening in the car. And when it was the Life of Chuck song, he was like, "Mommy, mommy," and he does this, because I do like that. I dance, so he's like, "Mommy, mommy." And then it was Mayor of the Airways song.
Yeah. The Mayor of the Airways.
Yeah, oh my gosh, and he was like, he was dancing in the car, so cute.
How old is he?
He's turning 2 on the 18th, a day before
See,
me.
they naturally kids with music.
Ben and I are exactly 40 years apart. My parents and I are, exactly. Ben was born on my 40th birthday, the day before. So he's on the 18th, I'm on the 19th.
Benjamin.
Ben, not Benjamin.
Benjamin. Change it to Benjamin. Yes.
No, you don't know the story behind it.
What's the story behind it?
Okay, so we had two boys before Ben. We were trying for the girl. We had a boy. So Ben in Hebrew means son, my son. Nathaniel is his second name, which means Nathanael, given by God. So son, a son given by God.
Ben. What does Benjamin mean?
Benjamin, I think it means
Rhett,
brave,
you're open.
right?
Have you got yourself a little Jewish dog? They can groom it well. Hold on. It sounds intense, doesn't it?
You're open.
Ooh.
Have you got a Jewish dog? They can groom that dog well. And if you've got a Christian dog, they can make sure it doesn't look like hell. We have the groomers in here today.
I was worried you were going to send the Christian dog to hell for a second. I knew hell was coming.
That's funny. You already know his rhyme.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're pretty stupid, actually.
Listen,
you know,
I
I listen to the I've been writing songs all my life. I write 10 songs a day. So when I listen to this, I got my new GLE or my new E-Class from Mercedes-Benz in Fort Pierce, and I love the satellite radio. But now I'm listening to, when I'm not listening to talk, see, people, when they go to satellite radio, they won't return for local terrestrial music. They will return for local talk and news. So we are impervious to this success and the popularity of the satellite radio, of which I listen to.
I agree.
And
I love it.
I do too. I listen to
Always
do you listen to Coffee House?
I have, yes.
The only thing is, though, it's like Jack Johnson. He's real. He's who he is, and he has intelligent lyrics. And then who's the other guy?
My favorite station is the classic vinyl.
Oh,
That one's on.
vinyl?
Actually, my bird's listening to it now.
But then
on
you
the
got
back porch.
these girls come on. They go. It's like, oh my God! Come on, somebody else did that. Would you try something new? And and then this other guy came on with a song the other day. I like Dave Matthews. I think he's gifted. He's a true talent. Bob Dylan's a true talent. Jack Johnson's a real talent. How about this guy? I know you've all heard this guy. This guy's a real talent. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. I'm getting old. Anyway.
Yes. There are some artists out there, though, that are really
but this
writing.
one guy wrote this song the other day that, oh, you're in love with me. It was almost like he was saying, yeah, I'm in love with me too. And isn't it great that I found somebody who's in love with me?
And he probably was.
Like, I'm in love with me. And there was nothing about the girl. It was like, who's this Jack butt? He doesn't belong. He shouldn't have a recording contract. Get out into the world, get knocked around the zoo for a while, and come out and get born, baby. Because it's like, I don't want to listen to this dead music. It's like dead. Who's picking those songs for Coffee House? So
Well,
anyway.
if you bring your dogs over to us at Premier Grooming,
Yes.
they're going to hear the Spirit Spa Indian music.
Yes.
And
I walked in the other
we have
day.
aromatherapy going. You did, yes. I love that. The Indian pan flutes.
Yes, when your dog comes back home, your dog will be talking like this. I want to tell you, I think I want a big gulp. I've been in meditation all day long.
That's right. They're going to go home and sleep for a while because they're going to be so relaxed.
They're so relaxed. We're living off the prana. I've been meditating over there at the grooming shop.
Yeah.
We
The
actually
dogs could talk.
We actually have been making a lot of positive changes, and we're really going into the holistic approach. With Penny. Penny's an award-winning groomer, and she's fabulous. I'm very proud of the work we do there together.
So it's quite the
I'm proud of
opposite. The
Penny.
rumor going around was you were out of business. Not out of business. You just cleared the house. You have some new people in
Absolutely.
here, and
That's exactly
you guys.
right.
And I
That's
walked in the other
exactly
day. I'm going. The music was playing this really soft, it's like massage music. I almost started going. Oh my God! No, but it really.
The other day we had
Does it have to be a dog, or can I be?
Yeah, I could use a little cut and groom.
Yeah, actually, the other day we had a dog, and the owner came, and the dog was not rushing to go home, and she was kind of shocked, and she said, "Wow, this is the first time."
You know what?
She's not even that excited to see me.
And already they get to play with the other dogs. They
Exactly.
have a great time, and it's a great day out for your dog. It's peaceful. I specialize in the difficult and challenged dogs that have had trouble with grooming, so I specialize
you have
in
an
that.
ability with them?
Yes, and the aggressive ones
Listen,
and
I
the
want you to watch.
geriatrics.
What's the movie? I met the director. It was a female. The whole thing was produced by a female, but it was about an abused boy. He's called The Horse Whisperer. I'm not talking about the movie, but the name of the movie is not Horse Whisperer. What's the name of his movie? Buck. Buck.
Okay.
Rent the documentary Buck. You
I
get it
will.
on Netflix. You have Netflix? Watch it, because in that, this was a guy, first one, he was a little kid. Take one of your little boys, okay? Okay, and they found the little boy with strap marks on both of them because the father was on national TV, and they were going to lasso stuff and stuff, and they were doing these horse shows and stuff. They found the boys with ripped skin on their back because he would beat them and whip them. So he was put into a foster home or and then adopted by this beautiful family. And now, because of that beating, he's a very tender human being. No horse. It's just a gift. They all respond to him. And he said the way your horse acts, or I presume your dog, says a lot about the master, the owner.
Well, energy. It's your energy, and energy is very, very, very important. You're dealing with animals, people, or anything, really. We're all made up of energy. This whole planet is made up of energy. You cannot lie to a dog. There is no way you can lie to a dog.
They know.
Horses are the same way. You know, they buck people off because you're scared. The dog backs away or tries to bite because you're scared. They feel that energy. It's very prickly. They don't understand it. So energy is very, very important thing, and to give them the nice calm energy and be able to enjoy.
Dogs like me.
Enjoy the spa
I always
visit.
like the fact that dogs like me because then I know I'm cool. And kids like me.
Well,
yeah.
If a little kid were to walk into this room right now, the kid will look up at me, he'll look at you, and then he'll look back at me, and he knows something's different about that one. He knows the kid is still alive.
Some like
It's your
thing.
energy.
Yeah.
It's something that you
They
don't
know.
even know or aware that you're
They do.
doing.
Especially
but I've
if I
studied
get down
with
on the floor,
dog
hang out with them a little bit, you know.
And the dog or the kid?
The kids. Or the dog.
You could definitely get on
Yeah, I love dogs.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've heard is that if you have a dog approach,
Yeah.
and you go down on the ground, they see you less as a threat, and
Yeah.
maybe quicker to.
Sometimes.
Or
depends
extend your
on the
hand.
be right on
Always
their
extend
level.
your hand so they can smell it.
But you don't want to be on the level with a dog that is imbalanced
Or
if
violent.
the energy's not right,
Yeah.
because then they feel threatened.
Mm.
That's why smaller children tend to get bitten so much, because they're on eye level with the dog. So if you have a dog that's imbalanced or aggressive or just not right,
Well,
you
they're
know.
imbalanced. They need a balanced diet. So get Uncle Jim's food today for a balanced diet. No, just anyway.
but yeah, so there's a lot to know, and I know a lot of those things. It makes my day, and
Now
the
listen,
dog's day.
I
are
will say
wonderful.
this though, it's true. I walked in. I think that's the first time I've ever been in. It is. That's the first time I've ever been in your
That's
shop
right.
because I go to the Wooden Spoon, who your husband
Right.
he runs that place and he makes fantastic soups there. But it's over on Oslo. Oslo and what
20th Avenue,
Oh, it's Oslo and 20th.
Southwest corner.
And-
Yes.
Yeah, and it's this old plaza there, and you kind of got to look over and go, is that it? Yeah, that's the one. Right across the street is a gas station.
That's correct.
What's gas station? Sunoco?
BP.
BP. Okay.
Yeah, it's the green BP.
I don't go to BP anymore though. Ever since they, what happened with the, remember the big thing with the what was it, the oil and all the things that died because of their anyway.
Oil spill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not too keen on BP, but anyway, anyway, I walk in the other day, and then there's like, oh, what is this? And this music's playing, and it's like meditation music. So you're the one responsible for bringing that in?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you didn't have that there before? Because
She-
there's a vibe, a nice vibe.
She knows my vision. She knows I'm not a groomer, but I am a mother. I'm a good mother. And my vision was to have a grooming shop where dogs are not afraid and where they feel loved and they feel that they're being groomed with respect and tenderness, just like when I send my kid to daycare and I want to know that he's treated that way over there. So I feel that we are being placed together for a reason. The dynamic between us, the energy of
It's
her
a good
and I
vibe. I
work
walked
really
in there
well
and I could
together.
just sense it. Honestly, I could.
Yeah,
That's
I
great
just
to
love
hear.
going to work.
I'm very happy to hear
And
that
so
from
much of that-
someone else. I know what vibe
Right.
we're putting
And
out there because I feel it all around.
Yeah, and you feel stuff, but you don't say it for years.
Yes.
But I'll tell you this, what I was feeling is like, I want to make an excuse when I go back to the Wooden Spoon to stop in
You don't
again.
need any
You
excuses.
just
You
kinda
come in anytime
stand
and
at the
talk to
counter.
us and look at the dogs. I love to talk and work. I can multitask. So
I'm going to
stop
come
by
out.
and see us
I'm
anytime
going to
you
come with
come
my
to
big
eat.
gulp. I'm going to come with my big gulp.
Yeah, you can stop by anytime.
And we also recently renovated just, to kind of match the atmosphere and environment that we want to create in there. And we're continuing to do some wonderful things and work with some holistic essential oils and aromatherapy.
That's right.
And medicated treatment for dogs, that suffer from their skin. And so Penny really does specialize in that. And like I said, I'm just really proud of the transition and the changes that we have been making since March in the shop.
Yes. And we're open Tuesday through Friday.
No, to Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. I used
Tuesday
to work
through what?
Tuesday to Friday. It's Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 4, by appointment. And we do take in walk-ins for nail trims and certain little things like that. But We really need to schedule the proper amount of time for everyone's dog, so it's better to
I
work
need a
by
pedicure.
appointment. You need a pedicure?
That's a good idea. A pedicure. P-E-T.
Yes, that's what I call them all the time.
pedicure.
I tell them, you're getting your pedicure when they walk in to get their nail trims. So what girl wouldn't love to have a pedicure?
That's correct.
Yeah. So
I wonder if dogs look forward to getting groomed. Because I
Some
remember
do.
I had my dog Lady, and Lady was when I was a little boy, and Lady was a collie, and she was there when I was born. And I remember when she got a skin condition, and they had to shave off all her hair, and and she looked like it was crazy. Look, I mean, but she was embarrassed.
Oh, yes, they do get embarrassed.
No.
I used to do cats, and cats really get embarrassed. They'll go hide under the bed for a week.
Well, that's because we give them all those silly hats and put 'em in
I know,
wild
yeah.
things and everything.
Yeah, they don't like to be laughed at. If you're laughing with them, it's different. But like I said, that whole energy thing, if you're really being mean and making fun of dogs, they feel that energy that
Absolutely.
you have in you.
Absolutely.
And they don't like that. They love to laugh
Well,
with you and make you laugh.
I had a
but-
bad stepfather for 6 years, from 6 until 12, and when we moved, he put all 3 dogs to sleep.
Oh.
Creepy guy.
Now, can I ask you a lighter question, Rhett?
Yeah.
How many times did you sing "Lay Lady Lay" to your dog Lady?
Oh, never wasn't. It didn't
Never?
exist then.
Oh, really?
No, I was a little boy. I was born in '53.
Okay.
So
I thought this was more recent. That
This
you
is before.
sang
This is before
Lady
Bob
Lady.
Dylan was even Bob Dylan.
Oh,
he was still
see.
Bobby Zimmerman.
Oh wow!
Working at the store,
Because I can just see you all the time when you're trying to get the dog to come up on the bed with you.
Lay, lady, lay. Lay across my big brass bed.
Maybe it was a dog.
Stay, lady, stay. Stay with your master for a while.
We actually had a lady who was on the show. She lives in town. Her name, she's a friend of mine on Facebook. She's an artist. And she is the one that sold Bob Dylan the big brass bed. He came in New York City, and everybody's looking at the other people that worked in the store. And she sees this guy, and he's kind of like got dirt under his nails and looks floppy. He must have thought she recognized it. She didn't. And she says, well, you can get that one right over there. That one's good. She figured the guy didn't have much money because it looked like a bum. He rode up on a bicycle. So he sells them when he leaves. And they all said, didn't you know who that was? You just sold a bed, big brass bed, to Bob Dylan. She did, right here in this town. It's a true story. She
Wow.
sold the bed to Bob Dylan.
Wow.
That's great.
Can you imagine? That guy's a genius.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has dogs. Hey, Bob, you got any dogs? Well, no, I just don't like that barking around me, man. I'm just going to stay out in the trailer and I'm going to paint some pictures. He's a good painter. Have you seen his paintings? I
No, I
love
haven't.
his paintings.
Now, Penny, do you have any dogs?
I do. Right now I have 4. I
4?
have 3 coonhounds.
Coonhound.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what's a coonhound? Like that?
Yeah, they bawl. They don't have a bark. They call it a bawl, and they
Yeah.
they don't bark like a regular dog. I have 2 blue tick coonhounds and 1 black and tan coonhound.
Really?
The black and tan is my star.
Do you
I
go
show
hunting
her.
with them or?
No, I wanted to, but I had to do other things down here. There's not much of an interest down here. We lived
Where
in
you from?
Okeechobee. I just relocated here to Vero from
Oh.
Okeechobee. I'm a Florida native. But,
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Well, you're also a Native American.
Yeah.
She's a Florida Native American.
Oh, that's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
Which explains
But,
the beautiful, whole beingness that she has in her energy. I don't know, I just really love her and proud of her. She's just a really great person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's good when you get teamed up with the right person.
Yeah.
I didn't see much of an interest. So dogs need to do what they're made to do, what they're bred to do. So to keep them happy. So I just have to fill in all the spaces and keep them well exercised, and a happy hound is a good hound.
Now, why'd you come to Vero?
My
Okeechobee.
husband works up here. He
What's he
has
do?
for the past 10 years. He's the head mechanic at the Indian River Golf Club.
Indian River Golf Club. Is that the one?
That's in South Vero there on Highland Drive.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah, they
we've
used to
lived
advertise
over-
with me years ago.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
should
we
go hit
lived
them
in
up for some more
Okeechobee.
ads.
And
Hey, I know you got a new mechanic there. You want me to promote you?
we made some changes and just decided this is where we want to be.
Yeah.
We always brought our kids up here every summer
Oh,
to
you did?
Sebastian and Long Point Park, and
Really?
you know, we love this area over here. And we left the coast 10 years ago and moved to
Oh,
Okeechobee,
which
out
coast?
into the middle of nowhere. This coast here.
Oh, yeah.
We were in St. Lucie County.
Ah.
Went to Okeechobee, and now we've just decided to come back over here around the people. It was
Now,
nice to get
let-
away for.
Let me ask you this now. You got purple in your hair.
Yes, sir.
Now, lately, his
purple
wi-
everywhere.
Yeah, you do. You have a purple cup. You got purple on your arm. But let me ask you this. So his wife plays music at the church,
Mhm.
and she comes in a few weeks ago. She had pink hair. Well, she
Yeah.
had pink hair. Then she got really pink hair, and then she
Yeah.
got pink hair.
Really pink hair,
And then all of
yeah.
a sudden she comes in. Now she's got this weird teal green hair.
Uh-huh.
What is with? And you've got total purple hair.
Yeah.
So what is this thing? Is
Well,
it to
for
get
me,
attention, or what is the
no.
purpose?
Well, everything I do for me, you know, my tattoos, my hair, everything I do is for me.
Yeah.
I express myself. I'm a bit of an artist myself. So this is my palette. You know,
Oh.
I love color. I do not like white. I don't like white walls. I don't.
You got to meet his wife.
I
It's the
love
same with my
color.
wife.
So color is very fun and vibrant, and it's an emotional thing for me with the colors as an artist. That I if you gave me a choice of 3 things and one was white and the other 2, one was spotted and one was all funky color, I like abstract. I'd probably go for the funky color, but for me it's just purple. Growing up as a kid, everything I owned was purple.
When I once suggested we
also
had
a very
white
spiritual
wall
color.
in my house, my
know that?
wife about killed me.
Yes.
Do what? When you what?
When I suggested that we had a white wall in my house, my wife about killed me.
Yeah.
It was like the worst idea that she'd
I don't
ever
know.
heard
White
in
is
his
just
life.
clinical and clean, and it has its places.
Sure.
You know,
Well,
white
you guys
is a
wouldn't
nice
like my house
accent
because
color.
I got a white kitchen with white marble, and I love my white.
Well, you know, certain things like that in white is nice, but for me, I just want color. So my hair, purple.
This is what makes us different.
I change my hair because I can.
Yeah. Sure.
I change things.
I would change
because
my hair, but I
can.
can't because I haven't got enough left.
I'm an Aquarius, and I like change. I love change. Every 6 months, I'll rearrange the house, so I feel like it's something new.
Yeah.
When I was younger, you know, early teens and early 20s, I would move every year just because.
Mhm.
I just wanted something new. I wanted something new to decorate. I wanted change. So there's just some things I can change.
Yes, you can have your dog groomed by a real Native American. And the shop is over there on Oslo. And Oslo, that's an Indian name right there.
Yes.
So you're on Oslo and 20th.
20th
And you're
Avenue.
right next to the Wooden Spoon.
Yes, sir.
So stop in. What you can do is drop off your dog and go over there and have some soup and some sandwiches.
That's right.
And by the time you're done eating, the dog will be ready.
Well, I tell you, as I
Phone
reload-
number.
569-9470.
And that's the number of the grooming shop right there.
That's
What's the name
correct.
of your grooming shop?
Premier Grooming Salon.
Okay. Phone number again?
569-9470.
All right, there we go.
Right.
Thank you, Rhett. That's
That was
wonderful.
nice. I really enjoyed that. It's the first time I've done anything like this, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Rhett is fun.
Yeah.
Being on the radio is
I
like
hope.
being on a show.
Yeah.
With the private show. With the. It reminds me a lot of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, I was like Robin Williams long before Robin Williams. Like he stole my act. He did. That's actually the truth. But he, I was acting like that, and all of a sudden he came along, got famous, and oh wow, he's getting paid a lot for what I used to do.
I cried
Robin-
for a month when he died.
Yeah.
I cried
know.
for a month.
I
I
was so
read
sad. I
every
felt it.
magazine that came out about him every day in bed. I was just sobbing. I was in disbelief. I was broken. I was on Facebook. My heart is broken.
I can't watch his movies anymore.
I
I
just
tell you,
watched
by the
Mrs.
way,
Doubtfire.
I hate to break it to you, but he didn't steal the act from you. He stole it from his mom. You watch them two together.
His
and
real
the
mom?
his real mom, the wit and humor they have, that they were like that at their house.
Was she a
Like, that
single
was
mom?
I don't know. I just know that
No.
there's an interview where the two of them are going back and forth.
I wanna
and, like,
see
making
that.
jokes.
YouTube?
It's the funniest
I
thing.
wanna
Yeah, you
see
probably
that.
find it on YouTube.
Hold on, I got
something
you,
like that.
Robin Williams' mom. Hold on, let's see if we can
Robin
find
Williams
it.
and his mom. All right.
It's always nice to see you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years, but they're hilarious together. So.
Let's go to YouTube.
All right, I gotta take off. It's nice to meet you, Penny.
Yes.
Go on, get out of here.
Hey, you have a great time.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna have any soup with a wooden spoon with me today?
Well, I got an appointment.
It's okay.
Mike is not going to be there. We're driving to Orlando right now.
Where you gonna go?
Him and I.
Where you gonna?
To my engineer.
Engineer?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I designed a.
Her invention.
A what?
I invented a toddler stroller, and I won the patent for it in the U.S.
Okay, see you later.
Yep.
You won the patent for it?
Yes. And I'm having the first initial meeting to put together the prototype for it.
No. That girl was just in here, so what she invented.
I did.
And she licensed it to a company. They paid for all
That's
to be
right.
made.
Yep.
Well, maybe one day we can come back here and see Rhett and discuss your patent and my trademark. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be.
Yeah. Trademark?
And,
Yes,
and
I
he
have a
loves
trademark.
those things because Rhett is an inventor himself.
I
of all
trademarked
kinds.
the female hillbilly.
Oh yeah, I want to see it.
Yes, it's Hill Betty.
I'm leaving.
Oh, did you see my trademark?
No.
Right there.
Thank you.
The man in the mic.
Yeah, nice. That's yours.
Awesome.
Yeah, I created it and we just patented it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Copyrighted, he wrote it. But people, because my banker, she keeps going, I go up to the thing and she goes, you should have a line of clothing, shirts that have your logo on it. Do you like that logo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool.
I like it a lot.
You know what it is right away?
Yeah, but would you wear it?
Would I wear it?
See, in the old days, the polo guy, that was a snotty thing. Everybody up and up. So
Yeah.
they all bought the polo guy.
Right.
Why would they buy this guy? Call it Speak Your Mind clothing or talk about it or I don't know, something.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
think
think
you're
every
on the right
musician
line
is
right
gonna,
there.
Huh?
Maybe musicians are going to buy that.
Yeah, that's true.
There's plenty of them.
Play it, say it.
That's right.
Play it and say it.
Thank you for inviting us to the show, Rhett.
Thank you so much.
This really makes a difference. I hope.
Yeah. Everything we're doing makes a difference.
Yeah.
Everything we've done up till now has made a difference, a very positive difference.
People
And you
are-
found out that check, you didn't pay me the last check, right?
No, Michael is on his way and he has a check with him.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
So let me see where he is because I told him to make sure he brings a check. So hold
Oh,
on.
good, thanks. Thank you. Is it made out to Rhett Palmer, I hope?
Of course, to who then?
Well, as opposed to Vero's voice.
Oh, I don't know. What did we pay
Because
last
it
time?
made
I
out,
think
it was
Red
made
Palmer.
out, oh, we got to turn this off.
But I'm telling you, I told him